Hello, Lakers. Welcome to the esports broadcast. We're going to be casting Overwatch Black versus Washita Esports.
I think it's white unless black gets canceled.
Overwatch White versus Washita Esports.
Okay.
We should be live soon. Live
Wow.
now. The white team should be here soon, though. Players. So, who do you think is going to win, Hunter?
Well, I hope Overwatch white, but
Who do you think is going to win?
well, I think Overwatch white with Felix on the
Do you
team.
think they're going to 3-0?
I can see a 3-1.
Yeah, Felix gets to Smurf because they're missing a player.
Who is he subbing for? Chem?
No, Kem's on Black. I think he's subbing for Dak.
Or is Felix on his skin?
And they're swapping someone else, and Felix is going to play support.
So, well, I'm Hunter, and I'm on the blue team, and I play tank.
I'm Braden. I'm the coach for all of the teams.
Great coach.
So on white, we have on tank, we have Poppy, who plays Orisa. On DPS, we have, I believe, Coda and
Atri?
Atri, yep. And then supports, we have Felix Filling. He's usually plays for Overwatch Blue. And then we have, who's the last one?
I'm not
Slipped my
sure.
mind.
You're the coach, man. You
I'm
should
the
know your
coach, I
rosters.
should know. Oh, he slipped my mind. We'll see when the game starts.
Wow. You're a terrible person, I guess.
Terrible person. So we're getting into Lijiang. What I think we're going to see from Overwatch White is they love to run this Echo Orisa, and that's their favorite comp. I think from Felix, we're going to see Kiriko. or Lucio, because Wu Yang's out of the map or out of the hero pool for the week.
Well,
So I
is
don't think they're gonna go Wu Yang.
Felix subbing for Flex or main support?
He's subbing for support. I'm not sure which one.
I think they'll probably just run Sojourn unless she gets banned, and then in that case they just run Cassidy.
So I believe White lost their last game in the placement tournament.
It was a 3-1, right? 3-2?
3-1. Yep, it was super close. So I bet they're going to be looking to get that back today.
Maybe we'll see another 4-man boop.
Another
well, if he's
4-man
subbing
boot.
for Dak, then I think that means, is it Fish the Lucio
Oh,
player?
it's Lay Fish. Yep, he's the
So
Lucio
it will
player.
be-
So Felix is going to be on Lucio.
Or Kiriko, you mean?
Why would he be on Kiriko?
I thought he was subbing for Dak.
Dak doesn't play support.
I'm just lost, I guess.
Yeah, you're just lost. So, do you have any predictions, Hunter?
Well, I hope we get at least one boop kill on Li Shang.
One boop kill.
The
You think
Echo
we're gonna
goes
get a-
30-0. That'd be hype.
Yeah, Atree's insane at Echo. That guy gets so many kills every time.
Echo is so fun to watch.
I love watching Echo. I think we're going to see an Orisa 5K.
Right.
That's my prediction. We can bet
That's
on
a
it.
wild prediction. I'm not betting on that.
No?
I don't think we're seeing that.
You don't think we're seeing an Orisa 5K? What about
Where does she pull that from? Like a
what about
Terror Surge
Atree?
5K?
What about Atree copies Orisa
You're just saying words
and
at
he
this
gets
point.
a 5K?
You're just reaching for it.
I'm
That's
reaching.
not happening.
Well, he has the 50% alt.
Okay, it's still Terror Surge. It's not like amazing.
Yeah, he can just run in and get so many kills though.
Hopefully the enemy team just has Pharah and he can just copy Pharah. No? Just
Why
me?
would they copy Pharah?
As far as ult's just like a guaranteed kill.
No, it's not. You're wrong. So as a coach, we've been practicing individual stuff mostly for White. I've been having them play a lot of ranked, and I've also been hoping that Poppy can expand her hero pool. She likes to play Orisa, but there's a lot of scenarios where Orisa doesn't work too well. For example, maps with a lot of high ground, you really want something like a Diva or a Winston, because Orisa just can't contest it like other tanks can. And then from the DPS line, we have Atree, who he really likes to play Echo. He also loves Genji. So maybe we'll see Genji from Atree. He's been talking about it. And then we've got a hit scan player, and then from Dak. So he's not here, right?
Isn't Coda the hit scan player?
Coda. They're the same person.
I never knew that. Does that make me a
Just-
bad person?
Yeah, it does.
I like met him in person and everything.
You met him in person?
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yep. And he's missing, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Check.
Wait.
So I'm looking at the chat right now. What do we think is going to happen? Can I get some predictions?
Well, apparently, I think Atree is gonna eat Twisty Shorts. That's
He's
awesome.
going to eat his shorts. So chat, who are you looking for? Which heroes do you want to see? Do you want to see Torb? Do you want to see Pharah?
Who wants to see Torb?
There's a lot of people who like
That's
to
a
see
bad
Torb.
person.
I know someone right now who likes to play Torb.
Hmm.
So you don't want to see Torb.
No, that's
Who's your
so
most
boring.
hated hero?
To like watch or to like?
To watch, to play into?
You know it's
to
Roadhog.
play?
I just hate Roadhog.
Why do you hate Roadhog?
Like play against Roadhog, I hate Roadhog.
Give me 3 reasons why.
It just feels terrible to play
Feels
against.
terrible.
He just like one-shots tanks. He's over-punishing compared to the rest of the hero cast. He kind of runs into the same issue as Hanzo and Widow, where he just has a one-shot, but instead of having any risk of your one-shot,
Have you considered that it's hard to hit hook?
it is not hard to hit hook. It is a very large hitbox, and you are usually like 5 meters away when you're throwing that thing out.
Really? What about Widow?
I've seen some
Do you hate
impressive
Widow?
hooks, but I don't hate Widow at all.
But you just said they have the same issue.
Yeah, but Widow's not good right now. Her headshot hitbox is a lot smaller than Roadhog's
Who's your top
hitbox.
3 hated heroes?
Well, Roadhog's one.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. I don't know if I really hate any. Well, I'd say
Disliked.
Wu Yang right
Which
now.
heroes are your biggest bans?
Probably Roadhog. Wu Yang's got to be up there because he's just broken right now. And trying to think of a DPS. I don't think any feels super awful to play against. Maybe Hanzo.
Sojourn?
I don't mind Sojourn right now.
Okay.
At 225, she feels like she just blows up if you get on her.
Mm-hmm. Let's get some chat interaction. Who do we ban the most, chat? What are your top 3 bans?
Mama Hong. That's an awesome one.
Who?
You don't know who Mama Hong is?
Mama Hong?
Yeah. You don't know Manslaughter?
Am I missing something?
Yeah. Yes, you are. Are we looking at a different chat?
Yeah, we are.
Ooh. You looking at the wrong stream right now?
So it looks like we're about to get into game.
Genji and Mercy are, I feel like, really common
Genji
bans.
and Mercy are bans? Oh, I have chat now.
I feel like Genji's a really good ban. You just kind of one-shot squishies if they're any good at all.
Yeah, Genji's super strong right now, and he can feel oppressive as a support.
I don't even dislike that. I hate playing against Reinhardt.
Reinhardt?
He's
Yeah.
just boring. He just has like 2,000 health, stands there, takes 8 billion
Yeah,
damage.
he has so much effective HP, because he can just sit there with his shield.
It
And
just
then
like
he gets random pins.
feels uninteractive play against on tank especially,
Mhm.
because you can't really go around
I
him.
think this
He just
mission might
turns around and
inspire
pins
my
into
next
his
single.
backline, and you're probably just
Lucio
dead.
saves the day.
Right, let's get into the game.
Don't fail me.
Okay, we're on Orisa, Reaper, Felix Pigeon Reaper. What? in the
So
world?
Felix Pigeon is on DPS.
That's a choice.
So I think we're going to see a lot of kills from Felix.
I think the headers are messed up on the top. I don't know if that matters, but
Round 1.
Oh, you want to hear this?
Matri rolling out on the Genji. Kind of expected
do
this.
we know what ban it was? I'd assume Max was banned then.
There they are.
Not sure about the
Get
ban.
ready.
I don't like the ban. Hard ban. Oh, they fish with a boot kill.
Dang, there's one.
Bang!
Oh, that
They fish
kind
with
of really
another.
like those. Like, they're dead in the back. Excuse me? Where am I losing at?
He got hit. Time to hit.
I actually don't mind the original Diva, but I feel like the Tim Reaper is really impressive.
I think once the Arena first online, she won't have as much trouble. She's got the shield perk, and that kind of got rid of a lot of her counters, right? Zarya doesn't go through shield.
Pick it up, pick it up.
Gonna be at least one. Wait, one off. Wait, give it to me.
They fish with another boot
No
kill.
way. I thought the Diva was off to Orisa too.
Atri goes in,
Bang, finds one. This is just a team wipe here, it looks like.
and they just find all of them.
This is dominance. What in the world?
Looking at ultimates, we've got
3-0
Reaper ult,
incoming.
we've got Kyrie, and we've got the Orisa's Terra Surge.
They're also very close to beat. They have a lot of support ult advantage.
I want White to look to farm beat here. Maybe their Orisa can poke and their Lucio can sit on top of her. Wolfpack, they don't have any ults, so I want to see a fast fight from GB here.
I think if Wolfpack tries to go through the left room, it might be a bit of a throw. I mean, you just throw Kiri ult down that hallway. You have Reaper ult. I mean, this should just be a clean fight win. They have to watch out for Matrix though for the Reaper ult. They really want Felix. Oh, Felix is shooting a wall.
We've got Blade. Oh, they beat. Atri's gonna Blade here.
This could be huge. Finds one, finds two. Finds
In the
five.
Terra Surge!
It's a Orisa 5k, alright.
Orisa 5k.
I was just wrong. Used
Never
a
doubt
lot
Poppy.
for that though. They still have Kiri ult and Blossom though, so it's probably okay. It's gonna be 4 fights versus 2. Wolfpack should win this fight, but Felix finds an early pick on the Moira. And they're just up 3 already. What
They
happened?
fish another boop kill. We're gonna see an 100-0 from White.
They rallying a Diva's corpse. That's awesome. Clean 100-0. That wasn't even close. Maybe Felix is just smurfing on damage too. How good is Felix Pigeon 1?
Lucio's sitting on 3 boop kills. Let's see if he can get more. Maybe he'll get 6.
Yeah, I feel like they're a lot less plentiful on this map though, so probably not. Looks like they're gonna TP out of spawn here. I don't know if they stay on the
We
sim for
do
this
see
map.
Atri on Sim.
I feel like it's a common pick here, but I don't like it.
I think
at
he's
all.
just teleporting his team.
I hope so. I mean, I guess that's fine with the D.Va, but... Oh, looks like they're mirroring
Echo
Orisa
pick would go
too.
big here.
That's a bad choice.
No, but he's staying on the... Oh, no, he's not. He swapped back to Genji.
Orisa mirror against Poppy Seed? Like, what are they doing?
Felix
Stay
is
on
looking
D.Va.
for an angle.
They have a good angle here for Felix. I mean, but Orisa's already chunked down so much. You have a Genji in your backline. They're just giving all the space. Their Brig is caught out in the middle and nowhere.
Orisa has no armor. She's so low. I want white to push
I
her.
mean, this fight's just a
And they
slaughter
just
right
slaughter
now.
them again.
I mean, wow. Kind of want Atri to stop fighting and just set it for the next fight while they cap point, but
That's what he does. Goes high ground. He's looking to drop behind them. We see another boop from the fish.
we have Reaper just in their face. Not taking any damage somehow.
Wolfpack just has no angles. They need to
I mean,
challenge right side.
Yeah, they're just smushed into a room. They have no space, and they're just going to get walked through again.
Smurf Pigeon won. Another 3K.
A scumbag smurfing on gold players. Great guy.
Felix Pigeon takes flight.
You practiced that one, huh?
Yep. Many times. And Atri's setting up for this drop in the backline again.
That's a great angle. Looks like they're going to build Blade really early this fight, but Felix just finds another early pick.
And White has perk advantage right now as well.
They're on double his scan, which is just like terrible here. You have no space, no angles to take. You can't really do anything with hit scan when you're have a Reaper and Genji in your face. I just don't like it.
They do try to clear high ground, and they
Which
do
is
clear Atri out.
Huge. They might be able to find the pick, but he gets the Mega.
But White has so many ultimates.
Fat Terror Surge incoming.
Layfish with another
Oh, they're
boop
just
kill.
down 3. Wowza. I mean, this just isn't close.
Felix Pigeon just kills 2 again. It's this duo, this Reaper Lucio duo, that's just causing so much chaos, getting so many kills for White.
Felix smurfing 1.
4 ultimates for White, none for Wolfpack. This should be a 2-0.
They can just beat with Terror Surge, speed it in, and it's just wraps. They can't get away. I mean, it's over. It's actually really good engage with the Kyrie ult. They actually play off of it instead of just sitting there poking.
And we have 2 ultimates for White.
I
And
don't think they get
Wolfpack's
to
gonna
touch.
struggle to touch. They're
They-
not swapping to ball. This round's over.
Yeah.
Lucio might touch around.
No, he is not.
He
I
doesn't
think
go
he'll
for the
be
rollout. Felix gets another kill.
How good is Felix Pigeon 1? Carry spawned in.
And White takes the map.
Map 1
2-0.
done. Not even close. I was expecting a little more from Wolfpack, but they just didn't have an answer for the Reaper.
Of course, it's Felix Pigeon for the play of the game.
Just show me the Blossom. Not even. That's 2, that's 3. I mean, yeah, that's just...
He's just running at them.
They just don't have anything to do about it, especially with that Lucio speed boost. I mean, that's disgusting.
So I want to talk about the game, but there's not much to talk
I
about.
mean, it just wasn't close.
Clean sweep for White. We'll see if they can.
Felix looked great on Reaper. I mean, Atri looked solid on Genji. I guess the target ban into Echo didn't work.
Do you think they'll continue the Reaper on map 2?
I guess it's a little bit map dependent, but they could also try Felix and hit scan. I just don't see
Felix
reason
has
to do
pulled
so.
out the Tracer in the past. His Tracer's
I don't
pretty
think
high
I
level.
like that.
He has the
pick, though.
Sojourn. So
I
if
think
they
I
wanna,
prefer Sojourn or Reaper than anything. They might just ban the Reaper here too.
I agree. Reaper would be a good ban. They're getting messed up by it. We might see a Tracer Echo or an Echo Genji. I really want to see Atri's Echo map 2, especially on a map like Hollywood, as we're going to hybrid.
I especially wouldn't even mind Felix on something like Sojourn, where he can just sit there and apply pressure with the Orisa, but
So for the next map, we're going to switch the casters over to Derek and Pineapple. They casted last week. And there's going to be an ad for casting, if you want to check it out.
Hey Lakers, want to be involved with esports but don't know if you want to compete? Come broadcast with us. we provide an opportunity for you to showcase your passion, your talent, and how much you just love your favorite video games. Not sure what casting entails? Feel free to check out our past streams at GVSU Esports on YouTube. Never been in front of the camera before? That's okay. We're here to help you out. We'll be able to provide you with any of the initial casting training that you need. Have any questions? Reach out to me, Evan, or the production staff on Discord, and we'll help you out. We can't wait to work with you soon.
All right, welcome back, Lakers. We just did a bit of a caster switch up. I'm Derek as of last week. Also Inks.
I'm here. I'm Ethan. From last week, I'm go by Pineapple. We're going to see last match was pretty dominant in White's favor. I'm kind of curious to see what the Wolfpack will switch up on this time to see if they can adapt to like the pressure White put out.
Yep, I'd like to see if they make any comp changes. I feel like it really depends on the map. Do we know the map pool going through by chance?
Right now, we're looking for the map pool. I think so Legion Tower, yeah, we saw a lot of the boop kills on there with the Lucio, and then the Reaper was also pretty dominant there, as we could see from the last match. I'm just curious to see if there's going to be that sort of similar comp in this next one, or if the map is going to like change that.
Yeah, it might change it depending on what they have. Some of those comps, especially Rush with the Lucio, that's really good on Lijiang, especially if we're talking about Boop's Night Market, and Gardens is one of the best in the game. In fact, for a lot of pro players, you see highlights are always on Gardens because it's just one of the easiest spots in the game for it. But we'll see. Lucio is just like 90% of the time is always really good, so they might just keep running him.
Yeah, Lucio is just a good pick just overall, I feel like. His healing, albeit over time and somewhat slow, can actually heal a lot in like the time that he just has it on.
Yeah, that speed is just so valuable that it enables so many different rush or dive comps because you can just run in and take advantage of space before the other team can react or outrun them. So
we will see if the Wolfpack team will make any changes to their bans, because obviously we saw the Reaper being pretty oppressive last game. Similar to the previous caster said, we'll see if Wolfpack bans Reaper, and then we'll just see what White can pull from that after that.
Yeah, it's possible they might go for Genji too. I feel like the Genji was doing pretty good there as well. Orisa looked very dominant, but they're running an Orisa mirror, so they might not want to go for a ban if they feel like that's one of their favorite heroes.
Yeah. Orisa's also very good on Lijiang Tower, especially with the Javelin spin. She can also knock people off like Lucio. And the Javelin throw can also knock people back, which is also pretty valuable on those maps where you can hit people off.
Yeah, I'm one of the people too. I'm actually a spin defender because I feel like the shield is kind of a side grade because it has unlimited protection except for beam weapons, whereas the shield is only 600 HP. So if they have a really high damage of burst comp, they can actually break the shield faster than the spin. So it's kind of like situational if they want to switch to that perk.
Yeah, similar to that on Orisa. I think it really depends. Especially the charged javelin throw can also be really helpful just to knock everyone back, because I think it gives it the ability to go through enemies and hit multiple whenever they're in a line.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they have any tank variety though. As much as I like Orisa, you know, sometimes you get the Orisa 1v1 and they're kind of just sitting there taking up damage, just shooting each other for 5 years, and you like to see something else.
Hopefully we'll see something different in this next one. Maybe we'll go, it depends on the map, but maybe it'll end up being more of a dive comp. So maybe we'll see some Doomfist or something other.
You have any character in particular you're looking for?
Obviously Doomfist is always fun to watch. We'll see. I do like to watch Reinhardt. I think it's just a funny thing to watch just because the pins, the ultimate is just a lot of fun to play, and we'll just see.
Yeah, personally, I would like to see a lot of Winston. I think he's just, you know, a very honest tank, very skill expression. People think he doesn't have skill expression because his aim is, you know, not really required besides his right click, but it's all about positioning and knowing when to engage. So there's a lot of mental knowledge you need to know for the game to
we'll see about
take advantage of it.
Winston is a character I also love to watch at times too, so I'm excited to see this next one, especially if they change up the composition.
Any feelings, chat?
Anyone in the chat want to see anything specific? So Orisa ban incoming. They don't want the Poppy Seed mirror. We'll see about that because they might want to play Orisa, obviously. So, but then also Orisa can depend on the map, like the other caster said. Obviously, Orisa can struggle with verticality.
Oh, they just mentioned an Echo game. I'd like to see Echo. I feel like Echo's a little bit underrated with how she is traditionally. She's one of the least played heroes because she has a very high specific game side of knowledge you need, especially because you need to be able to copy specific heroes, so you have to know how to play the other heroes at a fairly high level if you want to get good value on Echo normally.
And then especially how it's kind of a combo for all of her abilities. So you have to shoot, use the other stuff. Like you have to use everything to get the drain on the health.
I believe they finally nerfed her sticky bombs a little bit because she had a perk that shot a lot. And actually, I'm trying to think if they buffed it or not, but she had the one that it was a bunch of smaller ones instead of the big chunky ones. And made it do so much damage.
In the perk change, they actually made it so it just added more bombs to it instead of.
I was buff. I was.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I thought. I was remembered it wrong for a second.
Instead of they just removed the damage reduction from it. So it was Echo can do a lot more damage now, and it's a very fun to play.
I also like sometimes they'll go for a sneaky assassin build for Echo, where they'll kind of go around corners, and Echo doesn't have footsteps. She just kind of has a quiet floating hum noise, but it's kind of like Zen. It's hard to detect, so she can go around a corner, and she gets all the right clicks. She can just use a couple of left clicks or her beam and just finish someone off really fast.
Yeah, a lot of people want to see Echo in the chat, so hopefully we'll get to see some Echo. Well, also, yeah, I wonder if we'll see more Lucio. Lucio's a lot of fun. I really hope it is on a map where we can see more boop kills because those are always fun to watch. All right, so we just got told King's Row is the next map. Maybe we'll see Reinhardt, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited. King's Row is, in general, the most fan-beloved map in the game. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but I always pick it every time I see it. That's usually a good rush map. So might see some Zarya as well. Zarya is pretty good right now, depending on how the teams are feeling. But they might keep running Orisa if that's what they're really feeling.
Orisa can definitely work on something like King's Row. I do think it can be, obviously, because she can just push forward through all the chokes. King's Row is kind of a Reinhardt map, so I'm kind of hoping to see some of that maybe, because that could be fun.
I had a good point in chat about Juno. It's oftentimes an alternative to Lucio, or you can combine them, just getting that speed to enable your rush comps with that little speed ring.
If they ban Lucio, they're pulling out the pocket Ana or Juno, so better watch out for that if they do ban Lucio. Juno's a fun character. I do like playing Juno. I like her major perks now that they made it so like it just does full auto whenever you use the boost. So
that one's really cool. Yeah. I know in general she's been nerfed for a while because she was really, really broken on launch, but just having speed on a character is always really helpful for this team. So
not a fan of the Juno pick. Hop on Wu Yang. Wu Yang is not available in this tournament right now because of the bug that he has. So unfortunate for all the Wu Yang players, but he is not available to play.
Personally, I think that's okay. He's really, really strong right now and needs a couple more nerfs, so I'm fine if he's banned and we get to see more diversity in the comps.
Exactly, so it'll even be better when you hop on him. I feel like that might be a way to get removed from the tournament, maybe. So maybe try not playing Wu Yang in this tournament, especially when he's not available. So we are in banning phase right now. We are almost getting into the map. I'm excited to see King's Row because King's Row is pretty much a fan favorite map, like you said, and it has a lot of compositions that can work out on it, I feel like.
Yeah, I really hope we can see the Reinhardt. I have a feeling we won't.
The defensive Reinhardt, the shield right in the choke, it could be a lot of fun to watch.
I like it more on offense personally, but I just always like playing offense more because it feels like defense, you just lose.
Yeah.
And whereas offense, you have to actually get fight wins, whereas defense is all about surviving out.
So we have the multicaster system right now. We want to know if you guys like it or not, because we're swapping between maps right now. So chat, please let us know if the multicaster system works and if you would want to see more of it.
If you want to see any other games or any other opinions in the chat, just let us know. We are actively monitoring it, so we'll every now and then look down and try to react to chat if you guys are feeling like talking to us tonight.
Yeah. If you have any other games you want to see in the GVSU esports stuff or is being streamed, just let us know in chat, and hopefully we could get something to work. Personally, games that I've been playing right now, I haven't been actually playing a lot of the games other than Overwatch, just because I don't have much space on my computer. So, do you have any other games that you've been playing currently?
I've been playing some. I don't know if people would want to have them viewed, because I've been playing a lot of Star Citizen, which is like a really hardcore game. So I don't know if that would be everybody's cup of tea. I feel like something that'd be funny is like a horror game like Lethal Company. Like, I think that'd be really fun to watch people here stream, especially with some personalities on the teams, and watching them get spooked. There's also Repo that's really popular still.
Yeah, some of those horror games, yeah. Yeah, on the GVSU esports channel, they do have a Q&A Repo video already. So that's also, they have done repos in the past, and they could do more in the future if people want that. I've been playing a lot of single player games as of recently. But like something like Alien Isolation is always fun.
Ooh.
Obviously for the Halloween theme, if that could be a fun thing to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I've watched people play Alien Isolation, but it seems a little bit intense. For horror, I usually prefer to watch and not play, because I have a high heart rate, and it's really easy to get spooked in those.
Same here, but that's why I like playing it. Actually, it's a lot of fun to stress out over the games and just try not to leave immediately. Let us know if you have any other games that you want in being streamed from the GVSU esports. Hopefully they can get their bans done pretty soon so we can get into the game. But they must be thinking real hard about it now.
Yeah. It will be just one more moment. They're about to enter game, so we'll get the live stream up here in just a second for you folks.
All right. So we will see Kings Row. So looks like GVSU will be on defense this first one, maybe? I can't tell.
Yep.
Kings Row is a very aesthetic map. I do love to look around it. The lighting is always very nice. I do like all the night maps in the game.
I think night makes it feel rather soothing, whereas in the day it's more intense.
The Velvet Room from Persona.
Ooh.
Torbjorn trying to go in there. I don't think he has access to it.
Are they committing to the Torbo? I think they are. They're walking to spawn.
The Torbjorn, Lucio, Sigma, Genji, and Kiriko. This is a fun choice. I really like to see Sigma, and it looks like Wolfpack are mirroring with this. And it looks like Reaper was also not banned, so he's still in it. So it might be the Echo ban. Echo might be banned here, which is interesting. They might just not want the Atri Echo.
Oh, they're swapping off Reaper. I was going to say Reaper Flower would be quite the team comp here.
Swapping to... They're
Venture.
swapping around. They might be back on Reaper. I'm interested to see the Sigma mirror here, but it looks like the fight's starting. Obviously, Sigma shields both go up there. Just
looks like
blocking everything.
GVSU just kind of holding. It looks like Wolfpack is just kind of poking at the choke, looking to see if they can get some kind of angle or some type of pick.
It is very tough to get around this choke in Kings Row. If the Reaper going around for the flank from Wolfpack, the rock landing on them, unable to get the shield. Both Sigmas just hit each other with the rock, and then they both use their vortex. So, as I always say, Sigma players do share the same brain cell, so they typically just do the same thing.
Yeah, so looks like Wolfpack is going to have to go and get some space, probably around the side. They don't really have any one-shot characters, so they can't afford to, just hope for a pick to go in. They have to apply more pressure. They could have a flank character, but Torb's making it rather difficult with his turret.
Wolfpack Reaper did swap to Sojourn, so they could get those shots on some of the squishies on GVSU White. But Sojourn does require a good amount of aim, and we'll see if they can hit those shots.
Yeah. Might also be trying to farm up their ults and see if they can get a big push with it. this choke is one of the most brutal in the games to get through. That's why he got rid of 2 CP. Most chokes like that are rather difficult, but the Genji gets a pick right at the start on defense.
That's one thing. Sigma is very good at holding chokes, especially on this map. I'd say he could be, maybe, in my opinion, better than Reinhardt at holding.
Yeah. Well, Sigma is just always pretty good. There's been very few times where he's been bad. He's been outsped before, but there's never been a point where he's been terrible. And Reinhardt, he goes in and out on whether he's good or not, so he's a lot more volatile in the meta.
So GVSU White does have 3 ults ready to go. Wolfpack only having 1, but the Moira one coming up. GVSU Sigma one is coming up very soon. The rush goes out.
Both teams with the rush at the same time.
So we'll see. It looks like Wolfpack is just taking up space, but the Genji in the back line is getting picks and pulls out the blade. So the fight could be determined by this Genji blade here. And there it is.
Yeah, they got the hero blade, which was completely saved the team. Personally, I would like to see the blade just a little bit earlier in the Kyrie ult, because then it would be a faster attack speed, and generally you want to do yours proactive and not reactive for the advantage.
It looks like Wolfpack took down actually a good amount of them, and it was just the Sigma and the Genji left, and that blade did save them there. Sigma's still with his ult. Torbjorn can ult here and just block off that entire entrance if they ever need to. But Wolfpack is starting to put up pressure now and starting to push forward past that choke.
Got quite a bit of ults from GVSU White here. They're committing the flux and the beat.
Goes up. The Sigma up into the air, slam down. Sigma slam does about like half damage on most heroes, so I think it's pretty powerful.
That can be difficult to hit, but when you hit it, you can usually win a team fight if you just get at least 2 good picks with it.
Torbjorn with the just shooting into the lines there. It's ulting too, just on the choke, just to hold them back. Yeah, everything right there.
It's interesting they just threw them all in the same stack. I thought they'd maybe place some behind them or on the sides, but they all shot them right at the front there. So maybe it was a bit of a fat finger, or they had something we didn't know.
They do have only 15 seconds left to get to point, so it could just be a way to hold them back for a couple seconds. Looks like the Genji lands one on the Moira and the Venture trying to get the point. Torbjorn gets 2 on the Kiriko. The Kiriko with the turret kill, actually, and then the Sigma. Yeah, and it's a fight won by GVSU White. Wolfpack unable to get the first point.
Yeah, Felix just got all those dash kills back to back to back. It looks like it's going to be a full hold, so that means Wolfpack is going to have to full hold as well if they even want to draw, but I think there's no path to victory for Wolfpack in this round.
We'll see if Wolfpack can hold. They might. I wonder if they'll try the Sigma strategy again, but they did just have the mirror and then lost that. So we'll see.
Yeah, if I was in Wolfpack's position, I would personally just try to make some changes. If you feel like you're getting diffed on the mirror, you just have to try something. If you just keep running your head into the wall, you have to make some changes. Otherwise, they might just win. So hope to see some changes or adaptations from them on this round. And since it's defense, they were full health, they only get 1 shot for it. So they're going to be on the back foot this whole round since they only get the pick from spawn.
Yeah, so it looks like Echo was not banned, so we're seeing some Echo action from GVSU. Wolfpack going Mei, D.Va, Moira, Kiriko, way down in the last DPS, and they are going Torb. Wolfpack with a decent composition for defending. The Torbjorn obviously can protect from flanks. The D.Va can... the D.Va defense matrix is a very powerful tool if used correctly.
Got some good sprays going up here. I saw the Sorry spray. We have a person of culture on the team. Lucio O's. The Zero, they actually released it a few years ago. The Zero is pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a vanilla flavored Cheerio kind of. It was really good.
Going the... Oh, Atri swapped to Pharah instead of Echo with the Mercy damage boost on them. So we'll see that composition going.
Yeah, this might be pretty good for them. They're running into the Mei, but D.Va is usually a little bit of a counter. But they'll probably be able to make it work. They have so much pressure at range here.
GVSU swapping to Ramatra as well, which is an interesting choice, as Ramatra is not something, like, not a tank that I see too much anymore due to his, like, his sort of, well, he's not bugged anymore. So it's you don't see him too much.
Yeah, looks like they're already taking a ton of space on point. I was thinking maybe they might do Zarya. That's what a lot of people do if they want to turn the brain off for the counter.
Nemesis form, that is a fight win from GVSU, taking the point. And that is it for King's Row.
Yeah, a rather quick game, just like last round as well.
Looks like Wolfpack can just not hold against the pressure put up by GVSU.
Yeah, so we're going to go to game point after this because it's first to 3, so they only need to get one more win for GVSU. So up 2-0 now.
This is, I assume, going to play the game from Felix Pigeon on the Genji. It does look to be the Blade when Wolfpack actually was about to take points. So they were saved by that pretty much, it seems like. So again, a pretty decisive win from GVSU White for King's Row. So.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to see the Genji there. I was hoping that he'd get played. I'd like a little bit longer of a game myself, but I'm glad to see they were able to get the full hold. It's always a good feeling when you're a player and you get to hold them in spawn most of the game.
Yeah, it is always fun. It's unfortunate for Wolfpack who couldn't push out and actually get to play the payload and everything like that. So, but good on GVSU for holding them there. So that is a win for GVSU.
Yep.
So.
All right, we're going to do a quick caster switch for you guys. We're going to cut back to commercial for you guys to witness, so enjoy.
What's up, Lakers? We're coming at you with a new year of broadcasts with uploads Monday through Friday. This is a student-led initiative, so be sure to give us your recommendations in our Discord channel. Let's get into the schedule. On Monday, we're going to be having the Lakerland podcast hosted by your director, Evan Dean, and Ben Robar. We're going to give you different updates throughout the week on this podcast, so be sure to check it out every single Monday. On Tuesday, we're going to be hosting Challenge Day, where we're going to post a challenge every single week that you guys should attempt and send your clips in the broadcast channel. We'll compile them into a little video and shoot them out on Tuesdays. Wednesdays are our big streaming day. We're going to be streaming live all of our NECC competitions, so be sure to come out and support your Lakers. Thursday, we're going to be uploading a pre-recorded video featuring our community. We're going to be showing some open house competitions or some community events. Friday will be another live streaming day. We're going to be live streaming more NECC competitions or open house events, so come out and hang out with us on Friday. Our broadcasts are all about showing off our members and community. Whether you're a casual or competitive gamer, come on and join us at our YouTube channel at GVSU Esports. We'll see you there.
Last night he played Torb Farah. All right, I was just
Our
talking to
mics were
myself.
muted. They're not muted anymore. What we were talking about is that we're going on to map 3, where we're going to see, hopefully, White finish the 3-0. What's your prediction, Hunter?
Probably the finish 3-0. I think Orisa must have been banned last map, so we're probably going to see Orisa again. Maybe we see a Lucio ban this map.
It would be interesting to see a Lucio ban. I wonder what Layfish would go if his Lucio was banned. You don't really catch him on a lot of heroes other than Lucio. I think Ana or Mora would be probably
Ana
the first
would be
picks.
a fine pick. If it's push, it might just end up being New Queen Street here, which is a solid map for the Orisa.
We might want to see the Juno.
And
And
Escort, so.
I just got word that we're playing Rialto. So if we do see the Lucio ban, I think Juno would be a great pick. She still provides that speed boost, but she's a little bit squishier. She's not as easy. She doesn't survive as easily as Lucio.
She's also not in an amazing spot right now. She probably could use a buff. I think her perks are okay, but they took away one of her better ones.
They
to
took her
lock
crit
on.
perks away, so there's no headshots for Juno players. They decided that's too difficult.
No fun
They
allowed.
need the automatic, the AK. So we might see Layfish go to Juno. I think we're going to see Poppy back on Orisa. Her Orisa was banned last map. She did do very well in Sigma, so maybe she'll continue that.
I'd really rather just see the Orisa. I mean,
Yep, I think Orisa's a better hero than Sigma right now. She can take those tank trades, unlike Sigma, where you're just taking these tank trades, you're trading cooldowns. Sigma doesn't want to be close to the enemy tank, and in this meta, you're going to see a lot of that.
I'd love to see a Winston, but I don't think we're going to see that from her.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any Winston from Poppy. Hopefully A-Tree pulls out the Echo. We haven't seen it yet. I think we saw Felix on Echo.
No, that was the other team that was on.
Oh, it was the other team that was on Echo. We saw Felix
Genji,
on
just apparently feeling like Kevster.
Genji and Reaper. Yep, Kevster spawned in. He got a 5K. Love to see the Felix Genji. Haven't seen any Tracer, surprisingly, from GV. We know they love their Tracer. Felix does.
I really don't know what Wolfpack bans besides the Lucio here. I mean, I think both DPS are flexible enough where you can't really target ban them out. You already got your Orisa target ban. I mean, you just have to go to Lucio, right?
Yep, I think they're going to try to ban the Lucio. Or they might ban... They might ban the Genji or the Kiri. I don't think the Kiri ban accomplishes much because really there's so many supports that can do the same thing as Kiriko. She's just the best at it.
I don't think the Genji ban does much either for them because you just go Felix on his Reaper and that was working spectacular, or even Sojourn, and then you just have Atri and Echo and it's just a wash. I mean, please Atri, just top on Echo.
Please Atri go Echo.
We know what we're here for.
Can we get a Mercy Echo? Praying to Atri, can we get a Mercy Echo?
Lay fish on Mercy would be awesome.
Lay fish on the Mercy. I know he has it in his pocket. Chat, we do have the option of streaming GVSU Blue.
I
which
would
starts
not
at
be
8:30.
coming for that. That's
I
for
need
sure.
some shouts. Do we want to see GVSU Blue play? Let us know by the end of this game.
We want to see GVSU Blue play.
Do we want to see other heroes? Right, we're getting into game now. Rialto. What do you like about this map, Hunter?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks nice, but it's not that fun to play on. That first
No.
point pushing is just so much space and so many angles for defenders. It just feels like an absolute slog to get through. Second point has that long bridge where they can just sit on a height far away, and you're just pushing into a firing squad pretty much.
Yeah, the hit scan players, they can sit on that high ground second point, and they can just farm.
Okay, looks like we're finally getting the Atri Echo. Thank God. It's
I
about time.
think he heard our prayers. Oh, he's on Junkrat.
Stop that.
He's
Felix
he's
on
toying with
Tracer.
us.
What did they ban? Kiri?
I think they heard about the Tracer.
They felt the Kiri ban coming, I guess. I mean, we're on Ana, Lucio. I don't mind that at all. Ana's pretty solid on this map.
It also
There's a
might
bunch
have
of
been a
long sight
Genji
ones.
ban.
I mean, I guess, but...
So we do get an Echo Mirror from typical loser.
Well, that's
Atri.
not a very nice thing to call somebody, man.
Hey,
Can't
it's his
do that.
username. He called himself it.
Oh. He's probably going to be a loser today. He's not diffing Atri. There's no world.
So this is a great matchup for Felix. He loves to play into the Echo, because Echo's hitbox is so big, Tracer could just get it right on top of her and kill her instantly.
Yeah, if you were on the Echo as Tracer, that is pretty much just a guaranteed death for that Echo. There's such little counterplay for her.
And Felix gets the first kill already. On that angle. He's fighting Sojourn now. Will he
Felix
survive?
could go down here. I don't think he does, though. He has enough blinks up.
So Wolfpack's got no healing right now. We need GV to push.
No healing, no space. You have the Kiri. There's no Kiri. You have a Tracer rotating on an angle. He's on the end.
And Zen has no help. Where's his
Obviously, he finds
teammates?
the pick.
Felix with a near one clip on the Mora.
Who is he feeling like right now? What?
Melees the Rhine and takes a hammer swing to the face for good
That's
measure.
not what I would call a good damage trade, but maybe I just don't know ball.
And Poppy finishes them off.
How good is Poppy? See down Orisa.
We
Does
see
he
some
get
swaps
me?
come over from Wolfpack.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a Zarya pick here. I mean, Zarya is super impressive against that Orisa. You can't jab spin anything she does. You can't really kill her teammates. She just bubbles whenever you throw your javelin. I mean, it's just a perfect matchup for you. They just don't feel like going to it, I guess.
Zarya does struggle a bit into the Tracer Echo. She can't really interact with them. You just hope your team can. Poppy C gets very low, no armor, no cooldowns. Can she survive? No, she goes down to the Echo Beam.
The Echo Beam is going to be huge in this matchup. I mean, you could just beam through the jab spin if she's below half, especially with Discord. I don't know what the exact DPS is. It's probably close to 200, right?
I think it's got to be up there. And GV is somehow coming back into this fight. They take down 2. Wolfpack's playing up. This is going to be a win for GV if they just push in. Wolfpack's just so far forward.
It must have been a Genji ban if they're on Kiriko now 2. This Zen needs to swap, I think. He's just kind of a victim to the rest of this comp.
Layfish gets another kill for his Reddit compilation.
R/Lucio mains incoming.
Clip dump, and now he's spamming. They're going to try to build B. A-Tree with the Echo Diff just randomly kills her.
Spawned in.
And he's got an angle.
Who
He's
does
sitting
he
on
think
top
he's
of them.
mirroring?
GV White can do no wrong. They can't lose a fight.
Mindkin in their spawn. He finds
Bang!
one.
Another for
What am I
A-Tree.
watching?
3K.
How?
Can he get the Echo Diff on top? He's hitting the
Stop
shots.
It's like you put a LeBron in a 3rd grade game. Who is this guy? Just kills 5. And you're telling me he was on Orb before this?
Ryan's popping Shatter on the Orisa. Kiri TP's
What
in.
are
This is
we
a
doing?
throw from Wolfpack. They're just going to go down.
So we're in copper.
And they both go down.
Jab the court for good measure. Show her what's up. I think you just break Discord here. Jab spin backline and just pop Terror Surge.
A-Tree finally goes down. Overextends.
Great Lucio POV.
I think White's going to try to use ults here.
I think
They're
they
an
should just
aggressive
wait for
team.
their Echo to come back, stabilize, try to make sure Orisa lives this.
Wolfpack pops 2 ultimates. They're
What?
trying to walk
I
on
mean,
Poppy
Orisa
Seed.
should die
But
here,
she's
I
got
think.
CDs.
There
She
it
does go
goes.
down. No armor.
But they might be able to find a pick. I mean, they're kind of just spread out here. But I don't think they will, though.
Typical losers feeling like a winner. He's getting his team back into this game with a 3K.
Oh, back
and
cap
Felix
spawning.
Pigeon won.
Great POV from
Back
Felix
caps.
Pigeon. Just AFKs on card all around. They just forget about him.
4 minutes for GV White.
I don't think that's
I-
going to matter after this full hold.
I
but
don't think that's beatable for Wolfpack. We'll see. A-Tree Echo finally came out, and I think we hyped it up for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we were on tour before this. Just hop on Echo, man. I mean, does the time bank matter? I just don't see them pushing all the way.
I don't think the time bank is going to come into play, considering how well GV White's been playing.
I mean,
But
White just lost 1 fight, and that was to a bunch of ultimates when they popped 0 and an early pick on A-Tree.
they
And I
didn't
just-
even need the back cap, is what you're saying.
No, they were full capping that round at the next fight. I can tell you that. We have Felix Pigeon on Ashe. Never mind, they're not full holding anything. Get this man back on Reaper.
Felix Pigeon won. They say he's got Winston aim. We'll see. He is a Winston main. Level 89 on Winston.
He's just showing us a bunch of monkey business at this point.
Mission readiness protocols engaged. I'm good to go.
Why does Ashe have a maze spray? Am I the only one wondering that? Is that just me?
That's just you.
Alright, okay.
I think it's a universal spray.
Why May though? Why not someone
We
cool
see
like
some
Winston?
typing in the chat. Meow.
Meow for a pocket.
No pocket for A-Tree. He didn't want to meow.
If that was me, I mean, there's a mercy on my team.
A-Tree full sticky. Doesn't go down. Still peeking. And Layfish,
That
another
eagle on this
Reddit
guy's
boop for
insane.
the compilation. A-Tree
Oh,
with
diff.
the Echo Diff. Almost
Stop.
gets another
Just
boop.
kill this Lucio.
Ryan's pinning
Where's
the wall.
Ryan
Goes
going?
off the
What
map.
the
Poppy Seed javelins him in the back. Says, you're too small.
I mean, I just don't think Ryan is ever the pick here. I think Diva is better.
Yeah,
We
the
saw him
Ryan,
on
he
Diva
just...
before too. Ryan's just kind of a
He
victim
can't
here.
get anything done. He can't take tank trades. What he wants to do is pin backline and just occupy space, make GV respect him. But he's just not getting in. He's getting javelined off the map.
You can't even really do that against this Orisa either. I mean, you try to pin, you get jav spun, she pops gold in your face, that stops it. You just get javelined at all, and it's just over for you. Poppy Seed might go down here with the Discord on her to the
We got to
B,
amp
yep.
speed out of there. He does the
But he
wrong
just
amp.
gets
She goes
another
down.
kill.
But Layfish gets another kill.
Who is this Lucio?
Ryan
Bro,
pins in at 1
what are we
HP, goes
pinning?
down. Are we in copper?
These are my type of Reinhardts.
Another boop?
Stop, no it's not.
Doesn't
thank
go off
God.
the map. Soldier somehow finds the lip of the wall.
My Ash is hard scoping to Reinhardt. Farm your perk. Holy brick. Hit a shot, man.
Atri flies up, second flight for the Echo Diff, and he gets it.
Oh my gosh.
As Echo, you always want to fly second. Atri understands that.
Yeah, I don't.
Gets the pin on the Zen.
Flying straight to their spawn half the time. I mean, surely he finds Akira here. Yep, that's just another fight win for him. Finds pinning in Orisa. That's
Wolfpack's
probably
falling
not
apart.
the play. I think they're boomed. I just don't see a world where they can bring this back here. I mean, maybe if they start to get some momentum with fight wins with ultimates, but other than that, it's just...
They've been so stubborn with this Zen pick, but he just can't get anything done.
And White looks really good right now. They're finally off Reinhardt
Yak
into
Pack
Winston,
attack
but he
jumps
just
off the map.
decided he wanted to go for a swim. Wrong time, man. Atri might go down here, but Felix just dynamites the Echo. Echo's forced to copy. I don't think that's the time to do it.
Typical loser, gets the kill on the tank, that's big. And the Trank. Atri, no cooldowns, can he get away? He can.
Poppy's getting caught out here pretty often, but I honestly don't hate it. She's kind of just sitting on point and stalling for him. That's
Typical
all they
loser
need.
walks into the enemy team and dies. Huge stickies from Atri.
Why
Kills
was
3.
this guy not on Echo? What are we doing, man?
He wanted to spare the enemy team.
Monkey wanted to go see what happened to the rest of his team, and I guess he found out.
Bob cleans up the monkey. They have beat. They have Orisa Terra Surge. I think that's going to be big.
You just
they have
go
no
fast with
ultimates
Terra
from Wolfpack.
Surge. You're on Mercy Zen. You Terra Surge at Zen. He doesn't have Trank. He just dies here 10 times out of 10.
Wolfpack is just so slow. They can't get away from it. And she's setting up on an off angle. She wants to go fast.
She wants his Terra Surge.
Lightfish, he's screaming in comms. Beat, go, beat, go.
He's screaming in comms, boop kill incoming, boop kill incoming.
He just misses everything.
Neon Lucio, who is this
Flank.
guy? This is not going in the compilation.
It's another. They can't hit him. And their whole team dies.
Did they even? They did Terra Surge.
GV
I
White
just missed that, I
looking
guess.
for the clean sweep.
I mean, they have beat. They just go fast with beat here. I don't even know if they get a touch. I think they have to die for a touch, and then their team just gets wiped after. My Lucio setting up for another boot kill.
Will they find out the
Feeling
15th
like Frogger.
time? Doesn't get it. Reaper TP's the point and gets
I
the
guess
touch.
he finds out, but we get a beat here right now and just go.
Poppy, no armor. She's going to be low after that beat. We'll see if Wolfpack
But I
wins.
think if they can find picks with his beat, it doesn't matter how low
They
she is.
find
This is just a
two.
loss. They're ignoring the Lucio. Just having
Lucio is just farming the backline, and GV finished with a 3-0 full hold.
clean 3-0 too. I mean, that was just dominant. Poppy C play of the game. Horsing around on him. I don't know. Did Mercy try to res that? In her face? What in the world? I don't think that was the play. I guess that's that. That was just disgusting to watch. I mean, come on.
So, we'll go to a break. We'll see if Blue is playing next,
Maybe it'll get streamed.
and we'll switch casters.
Welcome to the Laker Esports Center, where we all come together. The LEC is home to our drop-in gamers, club competitors, and everyone in between. This year, we have brand new PCs with Intel Core Ultra 7 CPUs and RTX 5080 GPUs, powerhouse specs, and all the most popular game titles for all your gaming needs. The LEC is also where we host many of our events. This year, we are heavily focused on community building. To achieve our goals, we will be starting numerous new initiatives. These include our Gaming Together initiative, community nights, and watch parties. The LEC is where it all happens, and you can be a part of it. Join GVSU Esports at the LEC.
New this year is our Gaming Together initiative. With our focus on community involvement, we wanted to make new events for all of you. Watch parties, stream segments with members, and multi-game events will be common. We are wide open to recommendations from all of you, so please talk to our production team and submit all of your great ideas. Play, compete, belong.
All right, well, welcome back, Lakers. We're going to continue now to GVSU Blue now that White just had their dominant 3-0 victory.
Very impressive from GVSU White. Just being able to hold and push just like the just that entire time. It was, and then the back and the Tracer just sitting on the point in the back there, just sneakily
that
pushing
back cap, it's both frustrating and funny to watch because you just want to tell them, like, no, just look around. They like to call it a C9 after there's an old competitive team that did it. So a lot of times in ranked, when you see people who do that, they'll just spam C9 in the chat because that's what like the term for the back cap is.
I try to do it sometimes, but I always get noticed, and then I never notice the people who do try it. So it's always unfortunate for me, but
yeah, it's very funny to watch. When you're on the receiving end, though, it hurts so bad because you realize you didn't even get a fight, and you just feel like it was stolen from you.
Well, the fight is happening. It's just way in the front there.
Yep. Usually teams realize it when it's too late, because it takes probably like 10 seconds to run back, and they see it like 3 seconds before it happens. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You can't help it.
So we will be moving on to GVSU Blues game. It will be us for the rest of the time, though. So if you did like them, they will unfortunately not be showing up for this one.
Yeah,
so I'm very sorry.
One of them will be a player, though, so you'll be able to watch them on stream still.
From no chairs in the chat. Yeah, we aren't having any chairs this one. So
yeah.
No chairs. The microphones are fixed. The headsets work.
Yep. We actually hate chairs.
We do not use chairs. We had to sell all the chairs.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
It's too expensive to keep chairs around.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll just steal some from the LEC and we'll just put them over here. The nice Herman Miller gaming chairs.
Nice decoration. Hopefully GVSU Blue will be happening. We don't know what time their game starts, but it's probably soon. Okay, 8:30. I was just told.
Hey, we got a while. Do we want to maybe do a tier list or get something going on in the meantime?
Do we have a
little?
I don't think I have.
I played Owl, which is kind of like Wordle but with Overwatch League, but so I'll probably be pretty good at it.
We'll see how I do. I have never played that. Never played Overwatch Duel before, so we'll give it a try. So
all right.
I have played Wordle.
Yeah, personally, I've played it.
I do play Wordle a decent amount. What
do we feel about starting with Winston?
Winston is the start.
Yeah, if any of you haven't played Wordle before, you kind of guess a letter, and then you'll see the place, and if it's the correct letter, and it'll tell you how many are correct. So this is like an Overwatch version of that.
I haven't played it before, so it's just just see all the species, role, continent, and affiliate.
Yeah,
continent should be moon, right? I don't know.
Yeah, he is from the moon, so I guess that's why they're just gonna say it as other.
So it looks like the only thing we got was Overwatch, basically.
Yeah. Well, we know they're not a gorilla, at least.
They aren't a gorilla.
So it won't be any of the other non-gorilla characters. There aren't any, but always good to know.
Obviously, we should probably try someone. We should try something simple, I'd say.
Yeah. What's the last?
Tracer would be a good one because it's human. Maybe affiliated with Overwatch.
Yeah, with Interstellar, so maybe.
Oh, is that?
It says, well, an Interstellar Overwatch thing, so I wonder, it's yellow, so I wonder if that means it's partially correct.
Would it be?
Yeah, so maybe we could try. Oh, it's not a tank, so it can't be Hammond
or
Ball.
Juno be?
Juno might be that because she's Martian,
yeah,
and she's not a tank, so it's probably.
And well, that would be continent other, unfortunately.
Oh.
So
it is a support.
And Juno is not the Interstellar one.
Yeah.
Chat. What's our next one? We are maybe not.
Yeah, well,
I would say we have to go from someone on Earth, I think.
Yeah. Well, we know it's At least it's a human, so it's not Zen. It's
We
not
tried
Orisa.
we tried Winston already. I don't think Winton will be any different, unfortunately.
Is there any? I wonder what the yellow means for
I think
Interstellar.
maybe it might just be Overwatch then, because there's two of the
Oh, it's saying
affiliations
two of
there,
them,
so
I
it might
see.
just be Overwatch that is the affiliation.
Well, if we're going off the actual Overwatch squad, we could always go with Tracer then.
Winston,
Tracer.
Overwatch.
We
Yeah,
don't
I'd
have
say,
much
I would
other,
say Tracer's probably the best bet because it is human.
and it's a DPS. We know it's not support or tank, so we have to just start guessing human DPS players.
that damn it, DPS Europe is not it though.
Oh, but we do know DPS and human.
It's got to. So it's the affiliation has to be Overwatch,
Yeah,
right?
because they're the two things in common.
Just not Europe.
Yeah, we could always. What do you feel about Soldier? Soldier's American. He was in Overwatch.
We could
For
try
the
Soldier.
in-game,
I feel like
faction.
it's tough though because there's so many
Yeah, there's a
DPS
few.
that could be this. Sojourn is one of them as well.
Yeah, Sojourn is another one.
But I would. They're both from the United States.
Yeah, I think. No, actually,
it's
Sojourn's from Canada.
Oh yeah.
She had a
she is.
cinematic. I actually
Well, it's
saw
it's a
some
continent,
stuff
so
in
they
person
both
for it.
are from North America.
Oh, you're right. Well, we could try Soldier and see what we get.
Yeah,
I feel like we can't really get any other information besides.
America's not from
It's
the
not
America.
America's. It's DPS.
Not from the Americas. DPS.
Yeah.
Is Torbjorn a human?
He is, but he's from. You say is he
He's-
human?
Well, like he's like Middle Earth. Middle Earth.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Something like that.
He is from Europe though, so it can't be him. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other Genji wouldn't be with Overwatch BCs after that happened. Reaper's from America, and it's not from.
Are any of the
America.
Australians in Overwatch? I don't know. if
No. That'd be Junkrat, Junker Queen, and Roadhog, and none of them more.
Junker Queen or Junkrat is not
Yeah. Oh, maybe
affiliated.
Anna. Well, I don't know if they count that as Europe or Northern Africa, but she's from Egypt, so probably.
That would be.
No,
Africa,
actually, wait.
Yeah.
Before we lock it in, I'm going to say can't be Anna because I just remembered it has to be a DPS.
It does have to be a DPS.
Yeah.
Farah
Yeah.
would work.
Yeah. Well, she was a kid during Overwatch, so they might count her as affiliate. We could try it,
You could try Farah.
but I'm not sure if it will count that
I
for
don't
the
know the lore
affiliates.
too well,
Yeah.
but we'll see if this is right.
I know a little bit of it.
Unfortunately,
it's not Africa.
So it's gonna be.
So it's not so it has to be either Asia or South America for the continent. So we've had Americas and Europe and Australia.
I would say it might have to be. I'm trying to think of any heroes that. Would
I know
work.
Lucio's from South America, but I don't know
Someone
if he.
says Sojourn. Unfortunately, it cannot be Sojourn.
Yeah.
We just tried Farah. Unfortunately, not Farah. Sojourn is from the Americas, and we are not.
Yeah. So it's. I guess we can
It's
just
not
run
from
over all the DPS players. Genji wasn't.
Oh.
Oh no! Wait. Actually, I think he was because he had the
I think he
Blackwatch
was,
skin.
Maybe.
I don't know
We
if
can
they
try
count that.
Genji actually.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it counts with Blackwatch.
We'll see.
But
we'll
he's
see.
from Asia though, so we'll at least see the continent.
It is Asia, and then.
Oh, it
we
is
got
Genji!
it.
Let's go.
Okay, how many tries was that? That was Winston Tracer or Winston Juno. Oh, not great, but
Yeah.
for doing it for the first time, I think we did it.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get another one going. Yeah, is there any games that people play in the chat that they would want to see on the stream? Because we have to fill time here until 8:30
Yeah. You guys
when
have games
Overwatch
on your
Blue
chat?
starts. So if you guys have games in your chat, let us know because we will play them.
Yeah, especially one that's quick. We don't want to get anything long. If we had more time, I always think a game like Catan is really funny. We
Yeah,
could do tic-tac-toe or checkers
do
maybe.
We could do we could play some Catan. We have time.
Oh yeah, Catan's really fast. Do a quick round with some AIs. Settlers.io.
Yeah, if there's any game we could play with chat, if anyone knows of any game that we can play with you guys, please let us know.
Yeah.
So we can also play the Overwatch one again. In the meantime, if you guys think of anything different in the chat, please let us know again.
Yeah. If not, we could always go back to the tier list too. That's always an option, and we can buy a little bit more time with the tier list if
We
you guys
never
want
finished
that.
our tier list.
Yeah, I think
never
we
ended
got
up finishing
about 2/3 through it. So
we got most of the way through it, but I feel like we just never finished it. But
Yeah,
we
so-
could play the Wordle version again, I guess.
yeah, we'll have to see if it's a random one or if it's only once per day. Because sometimes Wordle's only once a day.
I think this one we can play random once. So yeah, we can't
Oh.
play random ones.
Yeah, well, I'm down to play it again though. I
Let's-
feel like we'll do better on a repeat.
We'll definitely do it better now that we know how it actually works.
Yeah.
Guess the conversation.
Ooh.
That could also we could also play another game called Guess the Conversation. I assume it's like the pre-match dialogue that they have.
Yeah, when they have interactions
be
between
interesting.
characters.
I think let's try that. We could try that out.
Yeah, I'm down to try. I feel like I'm fairly well versed in the lobby screen.
Guess the Overwatch League player, Rex says. I have no clue about
Ooh,
Overwatch
I would be-
League, unfortunately.
There is it's like Owlo or something. I forget. I used to play it all the time.
I unfortunately don't know much about Overwatch League, so I won't be too much of a help for it. But for this one,
Yeah,
excuse me.
there is one for Overwatch League, although my co-host isn't too familiar, so it might be really one-sided. But there's one called Owlel, AOWLEL, and like you can like guess.
Is that Overwatch League
Yep.
players? Okay, what's this one? Hero 1, Captain. Excuse me, do I call you Hero 2 or Hero 2? You've been talking to Tracer, haven't you? Call me Hero 2. Interesting. I don't know this one. I don't know if I've heard this one.
Yeah.
I usually have the dialogue on, but
Well, I know Anna. She is Captain
I do
Amari.
think
So one of them is
I
one of them
do
is
think
Anna.
Hero 2 is Anna. That's one thing I do say.
Yeah, because they're captain.
Anna
Yeah,
2.
so let's see if that.
Hero 2. So it looks like Anna is not any of them.
Oh, well, she was a captain though, so that
Is Sojourn a captain, or is that?
I'm not sure it was. I think Soldier was a captain. We see as Captain Morrison.
Unfortunately, Anna is not any of them. I'm trying to think of other captains.
Yeah, that's the. Well, we know it's not Tracer because they said you've been talking to Tracer, so it's
Yeah, they gave us Tracer, so it's.
It might
something
be-
like that.
someone looking up to them, so it might be a younger character. So it might be. Oh shoot, maybe like Kiriko or Farah. Farah talks a lot to them because she was one of the younger characters in Overwatch in the lore. So Farah might be an option as well.
I feel like Hero 2's got to be the easiest one to find out because it's the captain now. So it's,
Yeah.
you just have to think of that.
I think Soldier would be
We
the
could
other
try
big pick
Soldier.
here. Yep.
So we're just. Yeah, I think Soldier might be a good pick here, just because the captain status maybe.
Yeah, so let's see if that's
No.
really how many captains are in this. I feel like everyone's a captain now.
Isn't Sojourn like a leader of something though? That's what I was
She was-
thinking of.
She was a leader of stuff. We could try that. I'm trying to go through all the.
Or going for
the
Sojourn,
list.
I guess.
I don't know how many
It
other-
is Sojourn. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So the captain is Sojourn.
Yeah.
Now, who could be Hero 1? Who could be saying this? Thinking of it, it's got to be someone on Overwatch.
Yeah. So we know they're Hero
No.
2, and they're telling them to just call them by their name. So they want a more casual relationship with this person.
I feel like it's got to be a newer hero for it.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that could be. It could be like could be Baptiste. It could be. Oh, it can't be Farah. I wish it gave like a hint on what role it was.
Baptiste could work. I don't really know too much about the lore for him, but I
Hmm.
do feel like that's kind of he might say that. I could hear that in his voice,
Mhm.
almost. I feel like.
Yep, so let's see for
No,
Baptiste. It's gonna say
unfortunately.
no.
Who could I hear
Hmm.
that in that voice? If anyone has any ideas in the chat, please let us know. We're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
It's just who would say that? I just don't know.
Yeah.
It
So
has to be one of the newer
Yeah.
characters.
yeah, because Winston would know that because he was already one of the older ones. Maybe Kiriko.
Could be Kirika.
I said
Man, this
call
is
me Vidi-
tough.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we
Just-
should.
Yeah, we just gotta start guessing.
Dang.
Oh, we got a guess for May in the chat. May, I can see that.
Oh, that could
We
be true.
try
She wasn't
May.
in Overwatch, but
Let's
she
try May.
interacts with them.
It is May.
Oh, it is
Thank
May.
you. Thank you for that.
There
That
it is.
We were completely lost there. I don't know if we would have guessed that without you.
Yeah, I'm down to try another one though. I feel like we gotta redeem ourselves with how
I feel
stuck
like we
we
might
were.
have to if this site allows for the random ones. If this site allows for the random ones, we could try this one again. If you guys have any more games in the chat, please let us know.
So
Fortunately, unfortunately, we cannot do this. Do the interaction one again. That one is not random, but we can do the hero one again. So
so I think we're gonna move on to guessing the hero again.
guessing the
which
hero.
we can also do better than that, so I think we can redeem
Definitely.
ourselves
So we already started with Genji on this to see if it was the same. So we know it's human and DPS.
there. Yeah. So that's majority of the DPS.
It is
the biggest role.
not Overwatch, Shimada, or Black.
Someone
Watch, though.
suggested May again. It'd be very funny if it was May.
Well, is May Overwatch affiliated or no?
I think she joins them later, but she's like a researcher.
Unfortunately, not Asia as well, because May is from China. So
Well, she is, but she spends all her time in Antarctica and the lore,
I
so I'm surprised
guess.
they have that as Asia. But I guess they'll want to have Antarctica as their own continent.
Who could this be?
Okay, another DPS, and it's not from Asia, so they're
Not
both
from
Asia.
Overwatch either. So
Yeah, not from Overwatch.
someone Talon related maybe, which
Yeah.
could
Oh, maybe
be
Widowmaker.
Sombra, Widowmaker.
Yeah,
any of
they're not
those.
from Overwatch, and they're DPS. Let's see what we got.
I'd say it would be not Talon either.
Not
okay.
Talon. Okay.
Well, who is? I'm trying to think of other factions. Oh, is it Null, like Null Sector or something?
Yeah,
like
but we
that?
know it has to be human though, and most of those.
Oh
are,
wait, yeah.
Ah,
Obviously, would Torbjorn
Yeah,
is
it's not from-
Overwatch, right?
it's not from Europe, so it might be. And Torp's from Europe, so it's probably from America. So,
It's not Reaper.
what's it?
That's not- That could. It's
it
probably
could be Cass.
Cassidy.
Yeah, well, he was with
From the chat,
Overwatch,
yeah.
and it can't be Overwatch affiliated.
Oh, so
he
that
was
is
in Blackwatch
unfortunate,
later,
yeah.
but before that, I believe he was in Overwatch.
And it's not Overwatch or Blackwatch, so if he is in those, that won't work out.
Yeah,
but we'll
so it
check
can't
it
be in.
anyways. We'll see if we are closer. It is.
Yeah, so it is America.
It's Ash, right? Like it's got to be Ash.
Yeah, it could be Ash. She's not affiliated with
It's-
either of those,
yeah,
and she's from
it's
America.
Gotta be, we got the yellow on the affiliation, so it's just got to be Ash. Yeah,
Yep, there we go. See, we did a little better there.
we did do a little bit better. We started with at least we started with 2 greens instead of
Mhm.
all red, so that helped.
Yeah. DPS is the hardest role to pick from though, because they have the most characters in it.
Yeah,
So
that is tough.
I feel like we had to find the needle in the haystack there a little bit, but we got to it eventually.
We do get to it. You just have to narrow it down with the
Mhm.
cast pick did actually narrow it down with the affiliations though.
Yeah, so many characters are associated with Overwatch. You know, it's the namesake of the game. So there's a lot of people, or Blackwatch. So the fact that it wasn't from any of those actually made it kind of easy once we realized it wasn't either of them.
Yeah, I do think that is. I don't play, or I haven't played enough or like looked into the lore to know like all these affiliations of the
Yeah.
characters or anything. So it's tough to figure that out.
Yeah, the lore heads were throwing a bone with that round for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I do need to brush up on it. I do know that they just I saw on my feed a bit of the comic that just released or something.
Yeah, I heard there's
the
a cool one with the
Ramatra comic.
Ramatra. I need
Yeah.
to see that one as well. If
It
you haven't
was-
seen all the old cinematics, the cinematics are really, really good.
I have seen some of them.
I think
They are pretty
someone
cool.
I think someone last time recommended the Bastion one. That one's a really, really beautiful
Mm.
one. That's a classic. Also the Reinhardt one's really good.
I have seen the Sigma one. That is, I do like. Sigma is one of my favorite
Yeah.
characters to play. So
Did he? I didn't know he had. Oh, is it like the cartoon one, or is it like
it's
the
like
3D
a
animated?
cartoon one.
Okay, well, I was thinking
So,
Cinemax usually they're like the 3D like Pixar level ones.
Yeah.
Those are really, really something special. I wish they did more of them. The Kiriko one was, I think, the only one since Overwatch 2 came out. I think Kiriko might have the only. They did one for the K-pop collaboration, but
Mhm.
for a character specific, I think Kiriko was the only one that had one. But that one was a really, really good cinematic.
Yeah, I need to watch more of those. I need to get on that. I need to learn the lore. It's tough to get into for me.
Yeah, for me it was easier because I kind of watched it as it came out. But now, you know, when there's like 7 or 8, 9 years of
Yeah.
of content behind you, it's like having to study for a class, just the amount of sheer content you have to get
Mhm.
through.
That's how I feel about like Destiny 2 nowadays or something like that.
Yeah, that's when someone tries to recommend it to me, or there's a live service game that's been going on for 9 years. It's like that's a big commitment. I don't know if I want to get into that game. You know,
it's a lot to get into. There's just like it's been out for it's been out for so long. It's tough to do.
Yeah, or if there are some games like gacha games too, where they have characters that you get over the years, and then you come in with the empty account, they have all these expectations, and like, I haven't played, so what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What if you had just joined now, or they limited time events?
It's tough. It's tough to get into those live service games.
Yeah, I personally don't like limited time events when you're a new player, if they're story related, because then you come in and go, well, so I'll never get to play the story event ever because it's just gone.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating.
What other types of games do people in chat play? Are you more of a fan of live service games, or are you more of a fan of like single player, or just like, I guess, hero shooters like based stuff like Overwatch is? Because I wouldn't really consider Overwatch to be a super live service, but it obviously just falls under.
Yeah, it started out not really. They originally launched it with the old box models where you just pay one price, and then they had some loot boxes, but they weren't that incentivized. And then they changed it for Overwatch 2 to make it more live service.
I play just about like everything, I feel like. So it's like I play so much single player games. I play a lot of I did play a lot of live service games. I kind of stopped just because it's like, okay, it takes up so much time.
Yeah, I feel like I
It's
can
tough to
only
play.
really play a couple live service games. Like I have a few that I have to either make sacrifices one to play another, and it makes me get a backlog of single player games. So I feel like those you always tell yourself you can play at another point, but live service games you feel like they always have FOMO.
Yeah.
And you have to go and always be on the grind, always playing.
That's how I feel. And then I have just recently gotten back into with Overwatch I've gotten more into hero shooters, so I feel like I'll maybe try and get more of that.
Yeah, it looks like we have a trivia game we might try to play here in a second as well.
You play games with loot boxes only.
Ooh.
That is not very fun for me. I'm not a huge fan of the loot boxes.
Yeah, I should play some gacha games. I play some reluctantly because the games are good, but I hate the mechanics in it.
Let me just pay for what I want, please.
Yep.
We are going into a trivia game though, so we'll see how well we know
looks like we got
whatever we're given.
Looks like it's loading the trivia there.
What is this place? That is New Queen Street, I feel like, right?
Yep. Still.
The orange trees outside, I feel
Yep,
like.
that's usually
it is Busan. Wow.
Oh, it was a little bit small for me.
It's hard to tell. What is that place?
Sorry, chat. We're just.
I would say that would be new. That's now, I think, New Queen Street, just as the snow on the ground, right?
Yeah. For me, it's hard to tell just because I'm loading your site, so I might have to move our TV a little bit.
So I would say, just the snow on the ground did that one.
Oh, that is
Oasis.
I don't know.
Is that?
Yeah, I can't see the options, but I just recognize the tower.
You recognize the
It's Oasis.
tower.
That's B. Yep. So. All right.
That room with
Ooh.
boxes, that could be. I'm not too sure. It could be Blizzard World, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Shambali. Eichenwald, it definitely is not Eichenwald, I don't think. I feel like it's either Blizzard World or King's Row.
Yeah, I don't think it's King's Row though. I think it might be. Yeah,
Oh,
Blizzard
it was
World.
Blizzard World.
Okay, this is.
All right, we
this
have a
is-
10-second timer.
Yeah,
on
this is Gibraltar.
Okay.
This is Spawn.
Yeah, that is Gibraltar.
Spawn 1.
Visit the.
Oh, this
Egg
is Queen
House?
Street. This is second Spawn on Queen Street.
Okay.
No.
Fortunately, lost the TV. We'll see.
Yeah, we might have a loose
We can
connection.
get-
Might just have to bear with us. We'll be back in
unfortunately-
1 second. Just moving the TV closer, so it's easier for me to see.
Mhm.
So just bear with us while we get it resolved.
So, we'll see. We have it on a computer here.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, we're back now.
All right, we're back on the TV now. We lost that one, unfortunately, due to time. What is that place? That looks like.
Ooh, I think that's.
Paris is not just a map, is it? Paris just isn't.
It
a map.
is. It's
Is it? Is it
It's
an
not in
old
rotation.
map?
It was
Yeah,
a 2CP.
okay.
This might be Esperanza. I think.
I think it could be Esperanza. Yeah, I'd say it would be. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I think I know where that is on Esperanza.
just don't know.
Ooh.
I would say
I think that's Pariso because Lucio's room.
Pariso. Is that Lucio's room? It does have the green.
Yeah, I
would
believe that's
say it's
Lucio's room.
Pariso. I didn't even know there was all these like spots in the game. I feel like I don't look around enough for it. That-
Ooh.
That's almost like Horizon Lunar Colony. I feel like I played that like once, and it kind of has that vibe of it, you know.
Yeah, it might be. It could be a Volskaya as well.
I just played that I played the Lunar Colony in the classic mode. We
Yeah.
are running out of time.
I'm
We
thinking
have
to
to pick
Volskaya
something.
maybe.
It was Volskaya.
Let's
okay.
go.
I haven't played that one before.
Yeah, it's 2CP, so those aren't normally in rotation
yeah.
anymore, so it's harder to tell for those.
Pool.
Oh, this is Circuit Royal.
Circuit Royal.
This is on third point on the side. You don't normally go
Oh,
there. It's like way
yeah.
on the side on third point.
I feel like I've seen that like once before.
Yeah, no one ever goes. This is Suravasa.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I don't think it's anything else.
this is one
that's
of the
listed there.
point 2 or 3. It's on the side.
I would
It
say
could be the one.
Suravasa.
Let's say there's also the one time map that's only for.
That
King
is
of the Hill.
Parisa.
That's also
know that
Pariso.
one.
Point 1, just
I
chilling at
have
the beach.
I have Reinhardt charged someone all the way out there.
Yeah, it's
so
fun when it's not an actual competitive game, just to run around there.
Unfortunately, we did not.
What? I thought we said Pariso.
This is what is this one called? This one's Esperanza. I know this one. It's a flank going around.
Yeah, what? Yep, good call on that. Sombra's room. This might be on.
I don't know this one. I feel like all these places that like aren't like in one of the normal spots you go to. We are running out of time.
Yeah, I
We have
think
to pick.
it's probably Dorado.
Castillo. Oh.
Oh.
This one, I would just say New Queen Street.
Yeah, I think it might be Queen Street. There's not too much
that
info on
looks
this.
like ice, like the curling one. Oh, we don't have.
Oh.
We ran out of time
maybe
and it's
Eco
Blizzard
Points?
World.
Oh.
I don't even recognize that from Blizzard World. That one.
This is Paris. This is the second point on
Yeah.
Paris. This is another 2CP map that was taken out of the game.
Again, I don't know that. This is Ilios.
Yep, this is Ilios on
I
well.
recognize that. I recognize that one.
That was
at
the
least.
stairs you take to the well.
This
Ooh,
would be. This one's
some
this
trees.
one looks really cool. Would this be Suravasa again? I feel like the trees are
It
kind
might
of
be. It might be.
recognizable.
I think it's Ayutaya's possibility too. That's the one time map
Another-
that's only in
Another one that I haven't seen.
and capture a flag. So it's either that or Suravasa. I think it
Let's
might be
try
the B.
B.
Yeah, that's. I've only played that map a little bit because
I
it's
haven't
only
played that.
control the flag.
Yellow and.
Oh, this
yellow and
is
white.
Circuit Road second point defense
Is
spawn.
it? Wow, you just know that one off the bat.
Yep, I've been there many a times.
That one's Nepal.
Yep,
I can
Nepal.
recognize that one. That
Actually,
one's
wait,
in
it might be.
Oh, is it?
Is Shambali an option? Wait.
Shambali is an option, but I think this is Nepal just because.
Yeah, I
of the
think it's Nepal,
concrete.
but it looks like Shambali as well. Yeah, because
They,
they have a
they
similar
take place in
atmosphere.
they
Yeah,
take
the same
place in
area.
the same spot. So. It's either. I feel like that's Route 66, right?
Yeah, I think this is yeah, this is I think third point on defense on Route 66.
Yeah, I think so. All right, this is. I feel like I know this one.
Oh, this is Dorado second point. Sorry, I'm really good at this, but I know from free for all maps. There's a little bank heist on this. You don't normally
Yeah,
go there.
no, it is Dorado. That's on like around a spawn, I think, too. Oh, we unfortunately did not get that timed well.
Yeah, and this is Antarctica.
Okay.
This is where all the dead scientists are in the cinematic. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but there's some dead. Oh, this is Eco Point Antarctica.
There are different. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot there was the other one. Yep, my bad. I forgot there was the
There
other
are 3
one.
Antarctica maps on there, though. I feel like.
Yeah.
That is.
It might be Hanamura
I think it's Hanamura.
as
It is
well.
Hanamura.
This is the ramen one.
They get.
Oh,
I
this
think the more we
this
the
is,
more we get right, the faster.
Yeah,
it
this
goes.
is
It's
Paris.
unfortunate.
Chateau Guillaume. Sorry.
Yeah, that is the.
They're both French ones.
Chateau.
Yep. Play this a lot in free for all modes.
Waiting for matches and queues. Yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
That isn't Lijon. Is it Lijon? No, I don't think it is.
This might. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's Kings Row.
Unless
This is
it's
tough.
Kings Row at the top. I don't think it is. We can maybe say
I'd
Eco
say
Point Antarctica.
Eco Point,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's the one I'm the least familiar. It was
It
Kings
was
Row. It was
Kings
maybe it's the
Row,
third.
wow.
The third point I was saying.
What is this one? This one almost looks like either. I'd say this one is either Busan or Lijon Tower.
Yeah, this one's. little bit of a head. I think this is
I
Busan on
think
the
it's
outside map.
Busan, yeah, I think
The one with the giant
I think
bongo
the concrete makes it look like
drum
that.
in the middle of it.
This is. There's so many maps that I just don't even know.
Yeah, this one.
I feel like these are just spots that I also just don't
I
know
think
about.
this is the Thai map again. This is Ayutthaya, or however you pronounce it. It's definitely
don't
not
know.
Ilios or Oasis or Nepal.
All right, it's 20 out of 30. That is.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good considering we missed. There was 4 when the TV went out too that we missed like 3 or 4 of them or troubleshooting. So it's probably more like 24, 25.
I don't know. Maybe there was the average for everyone was 24 out of 30. So.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, people
We'll
who play
see.
there are probably people who take it pretty seriously, so they're gonna probably be better than the average
I
player
haven't-
recognizing it.
I haven't actually seen a lot of those maps, which is pretty crazy because there's so many maps that just and for the game modes that aren't even in the game.
Yeah, like that one Thai map. It's only for specific events, so it's not there. And there's all the old 2CP maps that are only in limited time events in Overwatch 2 because 2CP they thought was garbage, so they took them out most of the time. So you don't even see a lot of those like Volskaya that you just never see unless you specifically play that rare
Yeah.
mode.
Or like there's a lot like every single time I played like the Overwatch Classic, I feel like there's been like just a different map. It's almost like what's the mode where you have to like push forward like the 2 points, like these attackers defenders.
Oh,
Like it's
the one on
I'm trying to remember it was on
the one stadium mode, where there's like the 2 carts that run parallel.
No, there's a mode. It is in Overwatch Classic, but there's like I think there's 2 control points basically, and there's defenders and attackers.
Oh, that's
and
2CP.
That
Yep.
is 2CP. Okay.
Yep. That.
All right, we're getting in the game now. So Overwatch Blue is starting on Lijiang Tower. We'll
Yep.
see the compositions they decide to choose.
Yeah, the special
Cool.
for this tournament, I believe they always start in Lijiang. It's
Yeah.
also highly requested one in scrims. It feels like it's always on Lijiang.
We'll maybe see more Lucio. We might see some Symmetra as well. Last time I have played on Lijiang Tower, I saw a lot of Symmetra being played.
Yep. If they run it, they're probably going to run the TP to window strat, try to maybe have Lucio or Juno speed boost them into window and try to get some boops or environmental kills right off the edge.
Early point there. Rex on Tracer. We do have a Lucio, so hopefully we can see some boop kills there, as well as a Doomfist. So that could also be fun to watch. Maybe they can knock some people off the map.
Yeah,
And then
interesting.
the Freya as well.
I think we're going to have a Hog into a Doomfist, so we'll see how that goes. I feel like on this point, Doom's a little bit better myself because he can get the AoE punch and get environmental kills himself. He just kind of stand there in the choke and take it
They
with his
are going to
ability.
Symmetra, but they just didn't get the teleport in the window. They just are using the teleport to get up there fast.
Neither team went for the teleport.
The Freya is going to be interesting because Freya can put out a lot of damage if they can hit their shots. The Hog taking out the Doomfist.
And Tracer was forced to use all blinks to get off and just get a little bit of HP there on the side.
This is pretty much a mirror match except for the tanks. GVSU swapping off of Doom to Diva just to get a chance against the Hog.
Yeah. Do we know if there's hero bans here at all? Because if not, I feel like they might make a switch to Ana because Ana's a really, really good Hog counter.
Unfortunately, we do not know any hero bans. That might be why they are playing Hog, is maybe Ana was banned. So
Yeah, they might know that he's extra strong without that Ana pick. She's also banned pretty often because her anti-nade is rather powerful in the game.
Yeah. Lucio just jumping on point. Diva just taking up space on point. Hog is almost down, and there he goes.
Yeah, it turned into a bit of a fidget spinner there on the end.
Lucio taking out the other Lucio, GVSU, winning that point there and taking it at Firebirds 29%.
Yep, so they're going to flip it. They're going to look to see what they can do to hold space here. They don't really have any
Tracer
ultimates
just
going into this fight.
The Tracer's chasing each other around. Rex lands one on Chicken Fries.
And getting
Now it
some
looks like they're
pokes
just
with Freya.
holding the bridge now, it seems like.
Yep, they don't want to push into this too much because they have a Lucio here, so this will be really easier for Lucio to get some boops off the edge.
Firebirds are pushing around the other side, though. Firebirds swapping to Doomfist after the death on Hog. The rush goes out over the bridge. Can they get the Doom also to save himself?
Yeah, they're diving in. They're being aggressive. I think they feel rather confident in this fight that they can take it.
Doom goes down from the Kiriko. Kiriko lands 2 there. Diva gets the Tracer. Just a GVSU Blue holding this point just very well. Having them split up too to hold both sides is pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, I was interested to see that D.Va switch though. Guess they're gonna maybe try to see if they can DM their teammates, maybe make some more aggressive plays.
Rex with the pulse bomb. We'll see how long he holds it.
Probably it'll be fast. He has to watch
and there it goes.
Yep, he has to watch for beat and Kiri cleanse in this fight. So
yeah, there is a lot going on in this fight. I think they used it. They didn't land anything on it though. The Doomfist takes out the D.Va. The beat from Firebirds goes off, and that allows them to just take control of point and just swap it back. So GVSU needs to regroup here and try and get back to the fight here. Freya just playing around the outside of the map, trying not to get spotted. Yep. Tracer just sneaking in for the space on site.
Yep, seeing if they can draw some aggro away from the point there. See if they can get the rest of the team to fall back on them while GVSU aggresses on them.
D.Va just D.Va flew back over the gap, so GVSU just not pushing up yet. I'm sure we'll see something big happen. Though they do have to contend with 2 ults from the Firebirds while they have none. So
yeah, they don't want to sit here with this choke because you see that Doomfist right there. He has a 4-second cooldown for his punch, so he's going to keep punching the D.Va over and over and over. So that's why you see them take an alternate round, just dive on the left side here at point.
One thing that GVSU Blue does have is, actually both teams pretty much have this. They can all avoid both like the normal pushing sections by this, just going over the gap. GVSU Rush goes out. Doomfist forced to ult to save himself.
If it's overtime for Firebirds though, so GVSU has to commit everything here because they don't want to, go down on 99. So they'll use everything they have.
D-mech'd and killed there. Freya unfortunately not being able to make it onto point, just barely. And there they go. Lost the first one. They might be able to pick it up now.
Yep, it was a rather close match, it went 75 to 100. So I feel like GVSU still has lots of chances to make it up. Also, each point on Lijiang is rather different, so we might see some comp switches here.
Though the only thing that seems to be changing, it looks like it might just be a mirror match right now if nobody swaps off of this. So we'll see just who can play better at this point.
I guess they feel confident in the mirror match, and they both just want to try running it back for round 2.
So we'll see if, yeah, the Doomfist will work on this map. We'll see if that can.
Oh, we got a sim pick from Firebirds. They might try to TP into window.
So not a complete mirror match then. Lucio, hopefully we can see some boost kills from the Lucio, and maybe even from the Doomfist, because obviously Doomfist can just punch them off the map if they push from that side.
Doom's looking in to see if he can get any kills from Firebirds. He looks a little bit overextended.
Looks like Doomfist is, GVSU is being pushed back. Lucio and Tracer both went down there, so they are having to regroup. Firebirds takes the point uncontested.
So now it's going to be on GVSU to try to get in here. Doomfist can be rather difficult to get into because he can just hold a corner really well. So they might have to make another rotation here to see if they can try a way to crack this wall that the Firebirds have created.
Tracer in the back line looking for something, but unfortunately just got pushed out after doing some damage. Looks like GVSU is just slowly but surely trying to make their way up. Lucio lands one on Rex and takes them down. Doomfist also goes down there to... It's not much you could do there when the entire enemy team is just all pushing you at once.
Yeah, I'd like to see some flanks from the Tracer. It's kind of hard because both of them are playing Tracer here, but they can really create some space if they go on the correct flank and try to draw the aggro from the rest of the team like we were saying for last round.
Freya goes down to the Doomfist. I do want to see some Freya plays, but it looks like their Freya, or their Lucio and Doomfist kind of overextended there, and they were able to, GVSU were able to take them out, so they are now able to contest point, and they might be able to swap it here if the Tracer can't just keep them busy.
Yep, looks like they paid the price, but capping at 63%, they need to really make some progress to turn the series around, especially since we're on round 2 now.
Kiriko now with the rush obviously can be a great turning point in the round. though Freya and Doomfist on Firebirds both have their ults. Both aren't really super effective at like damage, but they can get them out of tough situations. So
We're running in with the carry out and the Doom right to start the fight. Let's see if
Tracer
Rex can get the pulse. He's looking for it.
looking for someone to land it on. The only thing is the Kiriko with their cleanse, but they weren't able to save that Freya there. So
Pulse bomb straight during that fight. Chicken Fry's got his stuck off, but it was right at the start of the fight, which is usually when it's most important to get the pick right at the start.
looks like GVSU did lose that there, so it looks like point is back in the Firebirds' control. GVSU trying to regroup here. Still playing Doomfist. I'm not sure if the mirror match is going as planned for GVSU right now, but it looks like Doomfist may be going for a
Yeah,
little
they're holding
flank play
close
here.
though. Look at them, they're right in the spawn. They might try to hold them in spawn so they can't even touch for overtime. They have Freya ult for GVSU Blues, so they might try to do something maybe in the choke, see if they can get 1 or 2 picks in before they go to point.
Freya ult, with how fast they can charge up, could be very good. Doomfist looks like they just got punched off the map. GVSU is taking point. Mr. Octomelon landing one on the Doomfist and the Lucio. Kiriko goes down, but then Felix Pigeon, Lucio trades back for that by taking out the Fra.
Yeah, that's what you'd like to see from GVSU when they're under pressure, 99%. They have to make a fight. They have to start making some changes here. So it's good to see they finally made that. Looks like Firebirds are going to try attacking from the coast side here, and it's going to force GVSU to use their beat and play defensively.
Unfortunate that GVSU Doomfist could not get any hits off the map there. I know that's what they were trying to hold there. Lucio just trying to keep point contested, it looks like. Unfortunately, went
buy
down.
some time.
Fortunately, that is a fight loss for GVSU, and it looks like they cannot touch point fast enough.
Yeah, got a closing wave from Rat Baby there, but they can't contest in overtime, so yep, round 1 for Firebirds.
So, I wonder if we'll see, I wonder if we'll keep seeing the Doomfist from Firebirds. So, that is, because that they played very well on Doomfist. They did contest very well, and they held those corners very well.
Yeah, now I've been wondering if both teams have been practicing Doom, or if it's just for this map.
I feel like Doomfist is a lot of fun on Lijiang Tower, especially because you can hit people off the map. I would say Orisa could also be better especially against the Doomfist on that one. Especially because Orisa also has the potential to hit people off the map, as well as not be hit off the map. So
An option for those points as well as Farah. I don't know if the teams like to play her. I know she's kind of just okay in the meta, but she can really get some ranged attacks in on those. But they didn't play the control center, which is the interior of those 3 maps. So she would be bad there, but they didn't play her or play that map, so they could have just ran that as another possibility.
I think Freya would also be like Freya. They did have Freya plays there, so obviously she can't get knocked off the map. She can just fly away. I'm wondering if you could maybe go like from spawn, if you could flank with Freya around the outside of the map. I haven't tried that yet, but
yeah,
I feel like that could work.
They might be able to, but they'd have to try to get on a squishy beast without damage boost. You'd have to at least, get 2 shots on someone.
Yeah.
But if they get the attention of at least 2, that's the thing with flanks. So sometimes you don't have to get the elimination. If you just draw attention from multiple people and you don't die yourself, then you can, force, if you do a 1v2 and you just draw attention, then the rest of the team, it's a 4v3, so then they have a player advantage. So that's always an option when you're flanking.
So hopefully we'll see some change-ups in this next match, and hopefully we can see GVSU maybe adapt to the Firebirds' pressure that they've been putting out. Because the Firebirds did have a lot of pressure going. They were basically going into their spawn just about and just trying to keep them back.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe some comp changes from both teams. Personally, like I said, I'm not a big Doomfist person, so I'd like to see that. But I guess they felt like Doom's really strong, and they have all the gameplay designed for that. They have the Kiriko for the cleanse for the Doomfist, so they can just keep Suzuing him over and over and giving him all the pockets.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if GVSU will continue to try and mirror the Firebirds. It obviously did not really work out too well for them in that situation. Hopefully they can just adapt and try and figure out the Doomfist.
Yep.
So we have an ad for Gaming Together, which is a thing that we do on Thursdays. So yeah, please check that out right now.
New this year is our Gaming Together initiative. With our focus on community involvement, we wanted to make new events for all of you. Watch parties, stream segments with members, and multi-game events will be common. We are wide open to recommendations from all of you, so please talk to our production team and submit all of your great ideas. Play, compete, belong.
All right, so I also want to make sure to plug the esports director, Evan. He has a series called Evan Touches Grass. So I want to make sure go check that out. He goes around campus and interviews the esports players. So I believe we can find that on the esports website and on the Discord. So feel free to check that out.
On the YouTube channel, so don't forget to check that out after the stream.
Yep.
So, and then there's also a new challenge for this week. If I remember correctly, it is best vehicle moments. So please submit those. Please submit those on the Discord and the Challenge Day channel. And just to let you know, it can be any vehicle and like any game. You can even, literally pretty much everything applies for it. If it's got wheels or if it moves, I think it works. So
yeah, I'd like to see that. I feel like there could be some really funny possibilities for that.
yeah, there can be a lot of fun possibilities for that. I got to find something for it too. So let's get back into the Overwatch Blue game. So looks like they're on
Hollywood.
So today it seems like we're going through. It seems like Control and then Hybrid. So that's always fun. Hybrid's one of my favorite game modes to play. So it's
Yeah, Hollywood's one of the old classics, old faithful. Looks like we're going to finally get some tanks swaps here. We see Hazard for GVSU Blue and Winston for Firebirds. Now, GVSU is committed because they're on defense, but they might swap around for Firebirds, just play around with the possibilities there in spawn. But I think for Hazard here, they're going to be looking for some walls, try to cut off that aggression and just be able to pick up and separate the fights in that manner.
It also looks like a complete support change for GVSU Blue. GVSU Blue changing to Alari and Ana. So Alari having pretty good healing and decent damage with her just primary fire. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Roadhog coming in at the last second change for Firebirds. Luckily GVSU has Ana though, so they're gonna have to watch for Kiri Cleanse, but if Cleanse is off cooldown, they can just nade the Hog and go in and run away with the fight.
Hazard is a very powerful pick right now. He can just do so much damage to the back line and just a lot of damage with his guard too. He can just hold that guard up.
That's interesting. Looks like Firebirds, they're going the unusual route and trying to rotate up to high ground here. So looking to maintain the high ground, get the power position. But it looks like the Hog is the only one who goes there and he jumps off. And they're getting picked off a little bit. So it looks like Firebirds might have to regroup while the team fight still plays out.
Just GVSU running just like the high ground here, just holding this area, just trying to do some damage, poking at them.
I see the Hog looking for some hooks here. They're gonna have to hit something though, otherwise, Hog is rather difficult.
Then it looks like Firebirds are just taking point. The GVSU is having trouble just getting there.
Yeah.
Hazard just contesting, trying his best.
Yeah.
Flying above. Freya's one of the easier heroes to fight Hog against, but they land one onto the Sojourn. Just with Hog's hitbox being so large, you can just have all your Freya bolts land.
Yeah, looks like GVSU is still able to stall, so they're probably going to try to run out the timer as long as they can.
Hazard coming up on his ultimate. Obviously very good if you land. It's somewhat difficult to land at times because it does have kind of it's narrow and people can obviously get out of the way, but if it does land, everyone there is kind of just stuck. But unfortunately, Firebirds do get the point, and GVSU just has to regroup here.
Yeah, it looks like Firebirds isn't making any swaps in this point. They're going to keep running the Hog down main. Rotate the high ground though, going to try to battle the high ground for GVSU while someone from Firebird sits on cart.
Swapping from Tracer to Cassidy, so we'll see how that goes.
I wonder if they want a little bit more range here, maybe to chip off damage on the Hog.
Hazard ult goes out. Did not see anyone get hit by it, unfortunately. The Kiriko Rush also on the high ground here. Just taking control of the rooftops there. GVSU Blue forced to push back almost all the way to this checkpoint here.
It looks like they're going to give them some space while the GVSU Blue regroups, maybe go on some flanks, get some angles set up here. But looks like they're going to try to fight left side while Rex here goes on the flank on the right side.
Hog playing high ground is not something you see too often, but he does jump down here. GVSU Blue making a tank change and changing to Orisa. Decently good against Hog, obviously, just because you can't be hooked by him in your fortified mode.
Yeah, Fortunately, during that fight while Rex was on the flank, it looks like they kind of sped and ran down GVSU Blue and picked up 3 on the side. So now they're forcing GV back to spawn. They're going to try to hold them there until they get point.
Tracer just being healed there. Took a few hits from Cassidy and just Cassidy unable to get the kill there.
Yep, and this is a really rough stagger for GV. Firebirds have pushed in after spawn, after they capped the point, and now they're going to try to hold spawn point for a little bit.
Firebirds just, holding very well up here, and then obviously just pushing GVSU back so far.
I'm curious to see how this Orisa goes into the Hog. Maybe they're going to see if they can block some of the hooks or fortify if they get hooked to try to block it and gets rid of all that CC. And now the Orisa.
The Orisa just running in there. We'll see if they can hit some in their backline there. Just ignoring the Hog, but unfortunately got ulted.
Yep,
Hog's ult does do a lot of damage up close like that.
Yep, it's really good for Orisa too because her survivability ability makes her take less damage, but it slows her down. But Hog just likes her being close range, so it's really good for Hog just to shoot into a fortified Orisa.
Cass picking up the health kit, just trying to stay alive as long as possible. Unfortunately, he went down there. Freya ultin, taking out the Lucio, just trying to contest point here, just so Firebirds, just to try and stop the Firebirds. Firebirds are just pushing forward.
Yeah, GVSU's looking to stall here, try to stabilize with the Terror Surge on point. It gets one. Looks like they're trying to get Firebirds on the back pedal here.
Firebird Rush is out, but it just went away. Unfortunately, the Firebirds were not able to capitalize too much on it just because of that Terror Surge right there.
Yeah, but for GVSU, it brought them valuable time to get a regroup there. You'd never want to play Tricklewood into this, so you always want to be fully grouped up there. But it looks like they're speeding, going into the back line again. Orisa has to run back.
Well, it has to be touched here, else Firebirds could just get there. But fight win by Firebirds. They just did not just stop moving. They had the momentum just to tear through the GVSU Blue team.
Yeah, it was really hard. I'd like to see maybe the Orisa sit more there in the front because it looked like when the Orisa went for a flank, which is decent because they want to get an off angle, but then it looks like with the composition that the Firebirds were playing, they just Lucio speed boosted and then ran into the backline immediately. And they were just so good with that aggression that they just immediately got kills in the backline.
Looks like we're looking at the intermission screen for in the map.
Yeah, this is a movie theater spawn.
So very fun little aliens.
Yeah, it's like Monsters vs. Aliens.
Can't seem to leave them. We have to go back and take more of a look at them.
Yeah, I do love the spectator highlighting parts of the map. There's some really good movie posters in this map too. Some good parody posters. Some like it bought instead of some like it hot. Yeah, the Observer is doing great. I love it when they highlight it.
Came from the Beyond the Moon. They really seem the Observer really seems to like those little aliens there.
Yeah, it's awesome to spectate around the map while you're waiting for the round to start too, especially since you don't have a lot to look at while they're just in hero selection.
So it looks like GVSU Blue is changing it up a little bit with the Baptiste and a Sojourn. And also going Hog.
Never mind, they're pranking you.
We'll see how the Orisa plays against the Hog on the Firebirds. Firebirds do not seem to want to change what they have been doing. Obviously, it has worked for the first thing, but we'll see how well it holds in defense.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to change something if it's working. And they feel like they want to force GV to make the changes. So if they don't have to, they're just going to keep running it down as long as it works. It's like the Hog
Baptiste is a choice here, obviously, with the Immortality Field. If someone gets grabbed by the Hog, he can keep them alive.
It looks like we're having that same situation at the end of last fight, to where the Orisa goes in and then the Hog
Orisa
goes on the
just
flank and gets some kills.
Not much you can do there, the whole team there.
Yeah. I think this Orisa might have to kind of babysit the rest of the team and sit in front of the Roadhog, because he just runs around the corner whenever the Orisa goes in.
It looks like, yeah, the Orisa did take the back line, or the Hog did take the back line. It looks like he might be trying to do that again.
Yeah, so I think,
but unfortunately people were paying attention.
yeah, it's kind of boring, but sometimes one of the best things on Orisa you can do is like you just unfortunately bully the other tank, like you just deny their abilities while your team moves in.
Exactly. GVSU kind of taking a thing from the Firebirds here and going up the less traveled area.
Yeah, they're going on the flank, bringing it around town, finding a little bit of success, but now they're cornered in from 2 angles.
Unfortunately, yeah, being booped into the corner from the Lucio, and then the Orisa stuck with the Tracer Pulse Bomb. Just cannot catch a break from the Firebirds defense.
Yeah, GVSU might try to maybe bank up some ultimates. They don't have anything to work with now, but they really need some big pushes, so that might be a strategy they could utilize to try to break through this defensive line.
But if he swapped back to Kiriko, we'll see how that goes. The cleanse can obviously prevent a couple things, like the Tracer Pulse Bomb.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go left side again, but it looks like Firebirds is on the punish and in the flanks. It feels like they're in the front, they're in the back, they're on the sides, they're in the walls. Firebirds just feel omnipresent at this point.
Freya lands one onto the Sojourn, but it wasn't enough. The Kiriko gets the Orisa and the Freya. So
That's gonna be another regroup for Grand Valley here. They have a terror surge for this fight, so they might try to push in there with that.
Firebirds have Kiriko rush and at like 70 and coming up on the Hog ult, as well as a beat.
So pretty even for the ult economy here, but Firebirds are probably going to rush him to Kisune right at the start of the fight.
Terror Surge goes out. Firebirds rush goes out. Unfortunately, Orisa goes down. Rushing in alone like that can sometimes work with Orisa, but it's always tough, especially with everyone just focusing on you right then and there.
Yeah, but they need the rest of the team to shoot around the people, because then Orisa's just going to die in there. If Firebirds just want to go in and aggress on her.
I feel like the Orisa combo with the Freya ult could have did a big thing for GVSU there if they utilize those together. Freya's ult does slow them down. GVSU swapping to Junker Queen. We'll see how that goes for them. Obviously, Junker Queen does have some like lifesteal on her axe, so we'll see if that can keep them alive.
Yeah, at least they're making a change. They're trying to adapt here. They might try to run it down, use that shout so they can just hold W key and rush the backline, kind of like what Firebirds have been doing a lot with Roadhog this game.
The beat goes off from the GVSU Lucio.
Yeah, it looks like they're
trying to push
looking
up
for a backline kill
test
here.
this point here. Beat goes off from Firebirds just to try and prevent the push from GVSU, but pushing back the Roadhog just
yeah, they get the Hog low, but they can't finish him, so he's able to regroup, unfortunately. Also, that Lucio just wall rides away. So, unfortunately, Firebirds are regrouping, although GVSU does have the point control.
GVSU did get one tick on the point, looking for the second.
It's overtime. They have to touch. They have to stay.
They're not touching point there. And they just couldn't make it in time.
Yep.
Sojourn and Kiriko just right up there, just unable to jump down and get that.
Yep, this could be a full hold there from the Firebirds.
Full hold from the Firebirds. Very impressive from the Firebirds. It was a very impressive hold from them.
Jumpy Bird play of the game. Got a beat. Looks like when they're holding spawn on third point.
I feel like I've actually seen this guy well playing before. I feel like
really?
I've seen him in a game before.
Was he on the enemy team?
I don't remember, but I feel like I recognize the name.
Yeah, well,
But
looks pretty good, so I feel like you probably won if he was on your team and probably lost if he was on the other team.
Obviously, Firebirds holding that point for the full hold, that was very impressive. They were just they were just putting pressure just on attack and defense on the GVSU team, just not letting up.
Yeah, it's interesting that they played a rush comp, but they did it with the Roadhog, who normally is kind of play more of a poke, poke at range, try to get a hook. But they were just rushing him down like a rush tank, like Reinhardt or Zarya. They just saw a target. The second they were around a corner, they just all sped in on the back line and just dove them immediately. And then by the time the Orisa was back, they're already dead. So they so they're going to lose at that point for the 5v3.
Hog has so much survivability with his with the take a breather, and then he also has just one of the highest health pools in the game, correct? Like,
Yeah, he doesn't have armor though, so there's certain things that affect him more than others. That's why Ana's really good against Hog, so she can anti, because when he does the self heal, you can just block that completely because he needs the self heal to bolster his health since he doesn't have any armor or a hard protective ability. That's why Ana's usually ran in against him. But
I don't know if Ana was banned in that, but I thought we saw some Ana like chosen but not played. So
yeah, they did have Kiri though, so you'd always have to do the trade between the Suzu and the anti-nade there. I wonder if Roadhog has been picked more because he had the recent buffs to where he has the, instead of 1.5, I think it's like a 2 times multiplier for
I think
critical damage.
from certain ranges he can one-shot many of the squishies in the game.
Yeah, so I guess the teams have been experimenting with him more and more, and I guess maybe they're finding he's more favorable, especially after that buff. I believe it was last week on Tuesday they added that.
Yeah.
It's been pretty strong since then. He was a little bit weak before that, but sometimes you have a buff that just pushes you over the edge of going from too weak to too strong. So it could be that little buff to numbers that he received last week.
So we'll hopefully see some more. We didn't really see too many big swaps from GVSU. Really, just the tank was swapping a good amount. They're just unable to contest the Hog, basically. At that point, I wonder if you would just want to play Hog to try and just mirror them and just see if you could do a bit better.
Yeah, they could always try that. I think it's worth a try here.
Obviously, if you could take out their Hog, I feel like if you were able to get the Hog, I feel like the Firebirds would just kind of crumble because he was kind of the driving force in a lot of the plays.
Yeah, I feel like Ana might be a worthwhile switch too, although it's kind of hard, like I said, because Kiri and Lucio are just always such a good combination because you can speed it and you always have the defensive cleanse. But at least with Ana, if they did get her, they could force Suzu from the other team, and then they wouldn't have it saved for their Hog. They would have to use it immediately. So
Ana's also tough to play because they were playing, say, Lucio. I think they had a Tracer as well.
Yep.
Ana has, like, no mobility, so she is always a target for getting dove.
Yeah, that's why it's really interesting to see this Hog in a rush comp, because normally a lot of the counters you would expect, like Ana, don't play good into rush because she's very easy to dive.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see like more tank swaps. Like I would have loved to see a Hog mirror there. I feel like that could have been very interesting to see, because especially that Hog was just playing very well, and obviously GVSU couldn't do anything about it. So at that point, I would just say Hog might be the better choice there and just try to take him out.
Yeah, it looks like he just was always there around the corner. So they can maybe even try their own rush tank or something that blocks the Hog so they can play poke. So they can maybe try a Sigma comp and just poke out the Hog since he doesn't have a shield.
Sigma is very good for defense on escort maps and like hybrid maps, just because he has like so much defensive capability with the vortex, the shield, all that. So I wonder if Sigma would have been also a good play for going against just the on defense. So
yeah, well, hopefully we'll see on map 3. I'd like to see some changes. At least we didn't see Doomfist. I was worried we might see Doomfist all night after what it was like on Lijiang.
Worried to see a Doomfist after that. Depends on the map, though. We might see more Doomfist, or I guess more Hog or Orisa. So we'll see.
Yeah. So, do we know by chance what the third map is going to be?
Unfortunately, we do not. So we'll try and get to that. Get that to everyone as soon as we get it. So.
Yep.
We can run a promo right now, so we'll take a little commercial break. We'll be right back with you.
Welcome to GVSU Esports, where competition, community, and opportunity all come together. We offer a top-tier gaming experience inside our Laker Esports Center, with brand new PCs, a full-scale broadcast studio, and a welcoming community. You are sure to get everything you desire from collegiate esports with us. Join GVSU Esports today. Play, compete, belong.
All right. So, what are your predictions on what this next map is going to be?
Oh, do we know what map type it's going to be?
I
Because I think it's
we
always
do.
Lijiang on first.
Lijiang first. It was for today,
was
at least. It was Lijiang,
hybrid
then
second.
hybrid. But I wonder what this third one is going to be.
It
I
might
think
be
it was
push, maybe.
last one. It was Rialto on escort. So I wonder if it's going to be the
Yeah,
same.
so it might
here.
be escort. So it might be maybe Route 66 or Dorado.
Mm-hmm. It might
That might
not
be
be
fun.
Rialto, but it might. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
I would love to see some Route 66 because that obviously has verticality, but it's also like a decently just open map. So
yeah, I'd be kind of interested in myself in seeing Dorado. So
Dorado's a fun map. It's just its final push is just always so it's so long just because it's such a choke there.
yeah, and
It's
you have
so
all that
difficult to
high
push.
ground. It's
Mhm.
very defender favored there. It feels like you're so cut off because you have all the walls that block offense. You can only go either high ground or down main. There's not too many side routes to take there.
Obviously, I think there's a map that's not in the game. I'm trying to remember what maps are not being played. I think there's one Flashpoint one that is out of the game just due to bugs. Is
Oh.
that-
I'm not familiar with which one that is.
It was one of them. I know that you could just like apparently there's just spots where you could like go through walls or fall under the map or something like that. I think it might have been Suravasa, but I'm not too sure. But
Yeah, I know there was a glitch with Tracer where they took her out of rotation for Stadium because she'd a glitch where you could recall and she would just get more and more health. So you could get like 2,500 health Tracer,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah,
pretty broken.
I think how it went is you sold your perks and then you recalled back
Mhm.
before you sold your perks, and then you kept those. You kept
Yeah.
those buffs.
Darn
So-
time travel. It's kind of broken when you had to, buy perks.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I see why they removed it just because you can't have a 3,000 health Tracer running about.
Yep.
So, Stadium, though, I haven't played Tracer in Stadium yet, but I do plan to. And just in the shooting range, she seems pretty broken.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about a lot of the Stadium characters, though. So,
Yeah, well, as long as they feel broken equally, because it meant to feel very dramatic, like you get crazy abilities, everyone has big numbers. I also really want to play Tracer. I was going to play her the other night, but unfortunately she was disabled because of the glitch, so maybe I'll have to try
is
it
she
later
still
tonight.
disabled? Or is
I think
that-
they might have fixed it
Okay.
now, but don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain they fixed it. I think she was out for maybe like 4 or 5 days. And they
Do
were
people
able
in
to put a
the
hot
people in
fix.
the chat play Stadium? And what is the hero that you play? For me, I played Stadium. I typically played Orisa because obviously I play a lot of Orisa in just like in the normal games. So
Mhm.
obviously I do have some knowledge with that.
I was kind of informed that Watchpoint Gibraltar is going to be our next map. A very dive-heavy map. So I'm
Very
hoping to see
dive-heavy.
some
Maybe
changes
more
in comps.
Doomfist. Maybe more Doomfist.
Yeah,
like
I'm
what
praying
you
here
wanted.
for some Winston personally.
Maybe we'll see some Reinhardt on Gibraltar.
Oh,
We'll
that is
see.
rather rare. I'll be honest, just because how there's so much high ground. So
Yeah,
usually
it is
need a
not.
dive
Reinhardt
character.
is not really good for Gibraltar, but I feel like that is a joke that I have heard.
Yeah.
Is
Depending
the-
how confident GV's feeling, they might even opt to run some Widowmaker for especially points 1 and 2, which can be very good both on offense and defense. Actually, no, third point she's good as well.
Mhm. Obviously, yeah, that could help just deal damage because it seems like they were struggling to like take down the Firebird defense.
And there's also, if they try to run Hog or Doom again, which they've been running the entire series for Firebirds, they haven't been playing with any shields, so Widow would have fairly free reign to just go and try to get a pick on the side if they're feeling lucky with the headshots.
So,
All right, so we're going to be jumping into the game now.
looking at the map West Point Gibraltar is a really nice looking map. I do like it. It's very bright. Do they? I don't think they have a night map version of it though. So.
Yeah, I think they have a morning version because the daytime version was a change in Overwatch 2. I think it used to be evening or morning, and now it's daytime. I think it was evening before because on First Point there was the sun you could look right up to and it'd block out your eyes, and you didn't see all the blue was orange everywhere. So
Looks like GVSU Blue is going for Diva on this map, so that could be an alright pick. They're obviously looks like they're playing defense for this first one.
yeah, it looks like Firebirds. They have a sim. They might try to TP up to this high ground and rush down the Sojourn. So
Man.
better hope they spot it coming. Otherwise, they
Firebirds
might die.
Are going Winston and Widow, just like you said, would be fun to watch on this map.
Yeah, interesting to run. They got off the sim now. They tried the TP and changed their mind. Going with Genji though.
Looks like GVSU Blue is just holding up here, not really pushing forward. Just playing the long game for it, it looks like.
I was trying to poke. This is unfortunate because Firebirds have the Widow, so GV desperately needs that defense matrix, and they can't peek the Widow. They have the only hard range character they have is Freya and Ana, and that's not really good for challenging the Widow.
Also running Ana and Brig. Both of them are running Ana and Brig. So we'll see how Brig works in this. Obviously, especially with GVSU, not really pushing and taking too many close quarters fights.
Yeah, usually for a Brig on this point, she kind of just has to play bodyguard and just kind of whip shot the divers off. Like especially when they play a lot of the high rank players, when you see a Winston, they just sit on high ground, and then when the Winston will dive up, they'll just try to whip shot them away and push them off and waste their cooldown. So that looks like what they're doing, just sitting up here, just waiting for them to dive, and they can just push them off. Got one person on the cart, and the soldier's trying to scare them off while the rest of the team fights. It's just a little 1v1.
Genji on cart has been pushing at that whole time. Well, just kind of the rest of the team has just been jumping around, trying to just get to the GVSU defense, but GVSU just pulling back.
Yeah, but now that the D.Va went down now, Firebirds went to rotate up to high ground.
Winston diving the back line there, just pushing them all back into the room there.
Firebirds get a kill on the Freya right at the start though, so it's a really good pick. So they're going to try to push off this pick. It looks like Winston's going in the back line again.
Winston jumped away, leaving their back line kind of open. D.Va retreating back to protect the GVSU back line. Freya already with her ult, Ana already with her ult, and then D.Va now with her ult. So
Nano and the D.Va need to maybe see if they can get that Winston killed right at the start of the fight.
Almost down. Genji's going down to the Sojourn. Freya lands one onto the Ana with their ult. D.Va blowing up their mech just to try and get their mech back, but they unfortunately did not survive to the Brig.
Yep, they're gonna have to push back now. The Firebirds have taken the first point. Let's see if we get any changes. I think GVSU might just try to run it again for a second point.
GVSU has to try and, I feel like, contest the point more. They haven't been pushing the point or like going for the point as much. Just allowing that whoever's sitting there, I think it's the Genji, just to keep just sitting on that point. In this spot up here on the high ground, Winston jumping up to try and get just scatter them all around, and it does work.
Yeah, I'm trying to maintain this high ground position to see if they can just constantly get free range to shoot down on Card, but Card is still pushing this whole time, so they're gonna have to touch eventually.
Sojourn activated the ult, lands one onto the Freya, just pushing up to see if they can get any more. Freya ult, Sojourn ult, very powerful if you can just hit those railgun shots. But unfortunately, everyone pushed back, just running from it.
Yeah, it's good for GVSU. They're able to stabilize, try to get a little regroup going, but they have to watch for all this poke here, especially with Firebirds. It's charging all of their ultimates. You see they have 4 out of 5, so they're probably going to look for a Nano Blade here. Might try to dive the Ana. If I was the Ana on GVSU, Rat Baby, rest in peace. They're going to target you immediately because you're the easiest to dive.
Yeah. Firebirds, yeah, with 4 out of 5 of their ults, and GVSU with only the 1 on the Brig. But Brig ult can be very, very well used to retake a point. So we'll see how well that goes.
And Perry gets a pick right at the start of that fight, so it looks like Firebirds are going to soft disengage and just wait to get that last player back.
Looks like GVSU still playing high ground here, just trying to stay out of like the ground level where Firebirds all are. Winston jumping up on top, just primary firing all the supports there. The Nano Blade does go out, lands one onto the Freya, but Freya ult takes the Ana, Brig takes the Genji out. So 1 kill from the Nano Blade, but they just kind of trade evenly there.
Yeah, which unfortunately benefits defense. So they like to stagger on because defense gets spawned slightly closer. It looks like they're going best with the Nano.
D.Va. Ana just getting dove here by the Winston. Unfortunately, cannot do much about it.
Yep. Get the health back though, so Winston just buzzes off. But they're watching the Ana. They know that they can't move.
Put him to
get
sleep.
A good sleep by Rat Baby.
Not disturbing him, so he gets slept for the longest time possible.
Yeah, looks
they
like
really have to try and contest point here just so that Firebirds cannot get this checkpoint here.
Yeah, this Winston seems like a trouble. He's always looking for the supports, especially with Ana. If you bubble her, even if you don't kill her, you can just block off her healing completely with the bubble. So he's just always watching. Like the slug lady from Monsters Inc. He's always watching Wazowski.
Looks like Firebirds took the checkpoint. Ana jumped off the map, probably just to regroup with the team. Obviously, no mobility, gonna be a struggle to get back there.
She needs a little mobility scooter that people always talk about for Ana. That'd be super helpful in this point.
Maybe in the April Fool's update.
I'd love that. April Fool's patches are so good.
We're just seeing that, yeah, Firebirds are just pushing up. They just leave one person on the point this whole time, just putting pressure on the GVSU defense, just keeping them unable to stop that payload.
Looks like no changes going in. I'd like to see them do something about this Winston. Winston feel like he just always has his bubble in the back line, and he's lurking on the side, seeing if he can get a dive on the back line. There he goes.
I will say, GVSU backline has been like kind of holding back this Winston pretty well, I would say. Though Rex does go down on the Sojourn to the Juno. But Diva does land one on the Freya.
Getting some trades back and forth here. He was trying to DM and save her team. There's a lot of damage coming onto her.
See how this goes, because obviously Winston's primary fire goes through Diva's defense matrix, so just having damage. The nano goes out on the Diva, but unfortunately gets hindered by the Firebirds Freya ult, so a lot of time wasted there. For
they need to nano the Diva just to keep her alive. So it's just taking so much damage in the front, and now we're running back to play. She doesn't want to get demeched here. That would be terrible, and she gets staggered so terribly.
Diva almost with her bomb. If she can just get that, that could be very good to have here, especially on the point. Go putting it off there. If it can hit anyone, that would be good. But unfortunately did not land anything.
Diva just needs to stall here. They're still capping. They need to stay on the payload.
Looks like Winston Primal goes out, so they have to just hopefully not die or get knocked off that payload, but it looks like he's just diving.
It looks like Rex is getting a couple kills there on the side, so they might be able to stabilize as long as they can keep getting kills and getting the respawns in and let them trickle back in during this fight.
Reaper running away, Diva just chasing after, just trying to get them, but unfortunately was not able to get the fix.
But they were able to finally stabilize. So it looks like they're gonna hold some space. There was a bit of a Reaper switch from Firebirds, so they might try to poke out this Diva here, force out all of her Matrix, and then she won't have anything to defend her teammate with.
Both support ults ready on Firebirds. Both of them go out at the same time. This could be decently devastating as Juno's ult heals, Kiriko's ult. Juno's ult heals and damage boost. Kiriko's ult damage boost and attack speed, and that seemed to work well for the Firebirds here.
And they were able to get it in overtime, so. GVSU, I felt like they really held on. I felt like the first couple points got rolled relatively fast. So they did really good for having such a massive time bank on third point.
The final point is where it can get tough to push that there. So obviously final point very fun to hold, but it can be pretty stressful at times.
Well, we are at match point, so GVSU needs to push it all the way to the end and with time if they want any hope of winning this. So it's going to be a little bit of a big ask from GVSU. I think they can do it, though. I feel like they really started stabilizing there towards the end.
We'll see if they do if they try and run a Winston, kind of like what Firebirds did there. We'll see, but it looks like they're staying on the Diva. They are running Symmetra and Genji, though, so.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to run it. I wonder what their strategy is going to be with a teleporter, if they just rotate from high ground to high ground, if they try to teleport into the back line and get some picks.
Firebirds looking to go Cass as their change, so we'll see how that goes. From Freya to Cass, they didn't have a hit scan before, so this will be now their hit scan character.
Yeah. Felix with the Brigitte emote. I love the cat. It's actually a giant cat if you look at it, because Brig is, well, like 6'2" or 6'4". She's like really, really giant. So that cat, enormous. Like the biggest cat I've ever seen for a household cat.
So we'll see how the Symmetric goes. Setting up their teleporter, just trying to get around on a flank maybe.
Yeah, looks like they're going to take that high ground and try to dive that one point I was talking about in the last round. But no one's in there. Looks like Firebirds are held up on the other high ground, so GVSU is now looking for a target to dive.
Diva pushing up there alone, just with the support from the Ana in the back. See how well that goes. It looks like Genji is just trying to fight for point there. maybe not.
Yeah, Anna's trying to get some shots on the side, see if she can apply some pressure, possibly get a pick of her own, but
Brig really just seems to be defending the flank here for this Ana, which I'm not sure if the use is needed there.
Yeah.
It seems like Firebirds are all holding back there.
I feel like the idea here is to have the Brig to protect the Ana, which is a good idea, but surprisingly this fight, the Winston isn't diving and supports nearly as much as last round, so the Brig's kind of sitting there for more of this round, so. So maybe they might want to switch it for another point here, but, you know, at least they're taking some space.
I would say Brig would have more use pushing up with the Diva to provide the Inspire healing and the armor packs up.
Yeah. I still, I think, would have been a good idea if they kept getting dove, but for whatever reason, the Winston just sat with their team this fight, so.
It does look to be that GVSU is kind of taking the strategy from Firebirds for this fight, and just having one person push the payload while everyone just fights up high. So.
Yeah, it looks like.
But nobody is pushing the payload right now,
Yeah,
just leaving it go back.
You don't want to see that. Now they're going to go back to the first half of this point, so the Diva's going to have to rotate back to Cart while the rest of the team maintains high ground.
Seems like GVSU just doesn't have anyone they to put on the payload at the moment. They're just kind of undermanned here.
Yeah. This is going to be difficult for this Genji going into the Winston. He's going to try to sit on him and just constantly shoot him through his
Fortunately,
reflex.
not able to get away from the Winston as he goes down.
I think GVSU might be saving for a Nano Blade here. They have Ana and they have Genji near 60% of his ultimate. I might try to make a hero play with a.
GVSU just trying to regroup so they can just get a push onto this cart here. They haven't been actually trying to push the cart, it feels like, but we'll see if they can actually send someone down there.
Yeah, we have a bomb here from Diva that she might try to throw it in the back line. Maybe
The
force
nano
out some
onto
space.
Freya for the Freya ult. We'll see if it can land anyone. Unfortunately, the Freya gets solo ulted by the cast and unable to capitalize on that nano.
Yeah, the Diva had to dive. At least she was able to force the Brig ult, which is actually massive. Get that Brig ultimate out. So now she can go in with their ults this fight.
Winston
but they're going
Primal
down.
activated as well to get away there. Lands one onto the Ana.
Yeah, so looks like Firebirds are going to take that fight. However, they were able to force at least 2 or 3 ultimates, I want to say, out from Firebirds. So they'll be able to have a ult advantage coming into this next fight. But there's
Diva, unfortunately, D-Max swapping to Doomfist and then back to Diva to get the mech back.
yeah, they lost their ultimate, but usually in that case, it's better to switch in and out because you don't want to waste 30 seconds being in Baby Diva mode.
Or waste the Diva ult for that
Yeah, so
17% ult charge.
yep, so it's worth it just to switch another character and switch back to Diva, just get that mech way faster. Got a lot of ultimates coming up.
A lot of
Break from
ultimates.
GVSU ult.
Firebirds, Genji Blade is out. Just very low health that entire time, but as soon as it went away, he healed up to full.
Yep.
Fortunately, Baby Diva not able to do much against the Genji quick melee.
Committed the blade. I didn't even see it there. Oh, looks like I don't know if they'll be able to get a blade in
Freya
time
ult
for this.
goes off, lands one on the cast. They just have to push this point to that checkpoint, like to try to get everything, or try to get this, try to get hope for this match.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to maintain high ground. This will be difficult because GVSU has to play on point here. If they get off, they lose the series, so they really cannot afford to have anyone leave that cart.
Winston just holding there. GVSU just unable to do really anything about him.
Yeah, switch to Doomfist from GVSU probably to get back faster and just try to maybe hold and punch this Winston out.
As well as Juno probably as well
Yep.
to get back faster with her speed
Yeah,
boost.
they now the Winston and have a castle in the back. This is looking rough for GVSU. It's down to
Just
one
the
hero.
Doomfist and he is down.
Yep, it is
Fortunate
over.
for GVSU, that was Firebirds were able to hold very well. So
Yep. So I believe that will be it for the series. The Firebirds are going to take it 3-0. Like GVSU still did rather good on defense. They were able to draw it out to overtime, especially with how they were playing earlier.
GVSU just unable to get past the Firebirds defense there. Just Firebirds just were so aggressive on like all their matches. I feel like the Gibraltar was slightly different as they didn't really as they played more like just roaming around and just trying to just get high ground and everything like that.
Yeah, I
So.
feel like that Winston bubble was just so powerful there, especially they're able to cop a lot of the supports in line of sight and block that healing.
Yeah, the Winston was definitely a good choice by the Firebirds for that point there, or for that map, just because of the verticality of the map. Winston can obviously just get anywhere basically instantly. So
Yeah, D.Va's pretty good generally into Winston though, so I saw the vision that GV had with that. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but they had a good strategy, I think, going into it.
it's
Oh.
let's see, Firebirds.
All right. Well,
So thank you for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Let's hopefully do this again next time.
Yep. Usually on Fridays. It was a pleasure being able to cast for you all. I hope it was a good stream for everyone. I think we had a lot of fun games. I'm sure we'll get them next week. Don't worry. we got them. At least GV. Yep. We see
We have CS2 on Wednesday. So tune in for that.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you all for watching so much. I think we'll just wrap it up there for tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.